What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lisa Blonay, and you're locked into Blonay Media, where we break down what the internet is talking about right now. If it's trending, if it's viral or messy, we're covering it live. You guys make sure you smash that like button, share out this live. If you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. You guys, let's get into this timeline. Now, before I was rudely interrupted, all right? Before I was rudely interrupted, during my live earlier today, let's go ahead and pick up exactly where we left off, okay? Because the conversation was getting good, right? Now, we are talking about Blueface finally coming forward and basically like making it official, saying that he's not the father of Chrisean Jr. Now, let's clear up something. Let me clear up something right quick, okay? Because the comments were on fire. People kept saying like he didn't show quotation marks, no DNA results. And honestly, I understand that reaction. I do. I get it. Because, you know, from the way it was presented, it felt less like a medical reveal and more like somebody was flashing a Walmart receipt, you know what I'm saying? And then putting it back in his pocket. I mean, by the reaction of the host, you know, I don't know if he actually showed it. Now, we didn't physically see it. And you know us, we like receipts, right? And we didn't like physically see the paperwork with our own eyes. And the internet, baby, the internet wants receipts, timestamps, and certified copies. I get y'all. I get y'all. All right. Now, this is the point I was making. Okay, I know I put the question mark in the title now. Okay, it's a question, it's out there. But here's the point I was making, and I need y'all to hear me clearly. Blueface has been saying that Junior isn't his kid for almost 3 years. Okay, damn near 3 years. And that's really the point that I was driving home, okay? Let me put this back up, even though that's not the thumbnail, but. So that was really like the point that I was trying to make. And it's not 3 weeks, not 3 months. Hold on, let me make sure you guys can hear me. But 3 years. That's a long time. And according to him, he allegedly knew this even before Junior was born. And I've shown you guys clips, okay? Now, we're not going to go over the same clips that I already showed you. I am going to throw in a couple, but it's nothing that you haven't seen. So that's the reason why I'm not really tripping, because I showed you guys a little medley of receipts and clips leading up to what we're about to talk about. But yeah, I'm just going to show you a couple and then we'll get into it, because it's nothing you ain't seen before. Okay, you know how I like to add visuals with what I'm saying to kind of give you a picture, right? So the real question isn't just about the DNA. The question is, why keep the storyline going for so long, right? Because let's be honest, controversy has followed Blueface and Chrisean, and now it's really kind of polarizing around Chrisean Jr. and Chrisean. And that's been since day one. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into what sparked this conversation. And then I'll go into a few clips that led us up to here. Okay. I kind of went backwards last time and I never really showed you the clip. But just FYI, sidebar, my my charger died. Like literally, I had to throw it in the trash. Okay, so I got a new charger. I had it delivered from Amazon in an hour. I paid a little extra, and so here we are. Okay, I would have had to wait until tomorrow to get back with my peeps, and I just couldn't do it. Well, I didn't know I was going to have the option, but here we are. Let's go. Okay. Now let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys. Let's go ahead and get to the clip. Now I think what's the Who was he interviewing with? Skin Bone? Hold on, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to it. I forgot I was watching my own video because I needed to see the title because I wanted to kind of be the same. I slightly tweaked it, but this is part 2, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this. Hold on. I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday evening wherever you are. Shout out to you. Tap in. Let me know what time it is in your neck of the woods and where you're tapping in from. Rep your city, rep your state, hell, rep your neighborhood. Just let me know, guys, and I will be in the chat. Just let me go ahead and get this up for you guys. Now, I do want to show you the post of Blueface and what we're talking about, okay? I do want to thank you guys for getting us to 10K. I really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get into some of these clips. There's a couple of clips. I think one, oh, no wonder. I was down there. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this, guys. I'm going to show you a couple of clips from this interview. And let's go.
So it ain't your baby. All of a sudden, 2 years, it just ain't your baby out the blue.
Not the first time I said that.
I mean, we understand why you saying it the first time. Everybody gonna look at it as, oh, she crazy. He just don't want to be around. He did that. Now he not claiming the baby. Okay, cool. But then you went on to take family pictures and you was around. They was always around. You uploaded the baby yourself, everything after you said that. So what changed now?
What you mean what changed now? Nigga, the DNA.
Where the test at? I'm at your house, nigga.
Let me show you the test after this.
Nigga number 3. What nigga number 3 at?
Nigga number 3, go get that DNA test, nigga.
Go grab that DNA test. You snuck a DNA test? You did the DNA test with just you and the baby?
It's too federal, man. I told you what it is. He getting the results for you right now.
How the hell he know what the results said?
That's nigga number 3.
So only the first nigga should know. You giving all the niggas the same stipulations.
Yeah, everybody know. I said this. What you mean?
You posted these results?
Why the would I post results? The internet does not mean that much to me, bro. I'm the type of nigga, I'm gonna just say some shit. That's what it is. I'm not finna post my social security number on there to show you that I'm American.
You ain't gotta, nigga, I know you're not American. Look at your hair. We already just went through this.
And the results are in.
You see that? Tell me what that say.
I can't, nigga.
You are not the father.
It says,
You want me to read it out loud?
No.
Blueface is not the father. There you go. That's it back, bro. Make sure you put it back in the memory. Save this place.
So it ain't your baby. Oh.
Okay, so you guys saw the video that everyone's talking about. There's different versions of it. This was edited kind of, I liked it. But it's really up to you to determine whether he showed it. Now, me, honestly, I've always believed Blueface because we've already put 2 and 2 together. We done broke it down, built it back up, chopped it down, screwed it, and flipped it, rubbed it down and everything. And it still comes, no matter how you slice it, it still comes up peanuts. Okay. Blueface is not the father of Junior. Okay. And it's been long standing that Junior belongs to Ronnie. Okay. Rest in peace. Now, we don't know. We weren't there. Okay. But I'm just telling you what's been out there. Okay. I am totally been convinced. I didn't need him to come out and make anything official. I didn't need his goofy self to be sitting on the panel with anybody and to come out and say that. Now, number one, the reason why I feel like he didn't show the real DNA test was because, just like he said, it had all his information on there. I don't think he would just flash the DNA test with his information on there. Okay. Number two, if you heard Blueface, he said it's federal. And what does he mean by that? Well, if he sneaks a DNA test, he could be breaking the law. Now, we've had videos out here of Blueface saying, wait a minute, I'm not the father. I'm not on the birth certificate. I wasn't there at the birth, blah, 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 right? He was like, on schoolyard, I'm clear, right? But then he was like, damn, I took a DNA test. And that was one of the videos I showed you. I didn't pull it up, but he didn't have any rights to Junior. He not only pointed that out, but Chrisean has pointed that out too. And I know it sounds technical. I know it sounds kind of trivial, but it's true. Just one technicality, and he could be breaking the law. All right. And I feel that's the reason why. Now, another theory that I have is, remember when he took the test a couple of years ago? It's been no. I forgot. Because I looked at the video, the one where he said he took the test, it was September 28th of 2023. So it wasn't that long from the time that Junior was born. Okay? That's when he kind of first took that first test. Now, it only takes one test. All right? I believe that the $100K that he was paid to go along with the DNA test, I believe that was doctored. I do not believe that was true. And that was debunked as being true by a content creator. Okay. And I have to say, I don't know if I'm just gullible, but I believe the results that Donat came up with. I don't know. I'm leaving it up to you guys. But another theory I have, you guys, is that, remember, because somebody in the chat just said, Papa Blue, who said that? Somebody said Papa Blue snuck the DNA. You guys remember when he was standing there all stuck in stun and disbelief with the Q-tip strategically placed in his hand, looking like he was posing? Nigga! Maybe. And remember how Carlissa was acting, where she never really came out and said yay or nay on the DNA test. And remember when she did come out, she was like, you know it's ours. Remember that? Remember how Carlissa played that off? Carlissa don't never play nothing off. Carlissa would have shoved that up our asses if she really would have got that. But she knew, or somebody knew, and tapped her on it. Look, girl, you know this is against the law, right? You know that if you do that, it's not even your child. I know. It's against the law, ho. And she backtracked on that. But what I think is they really did sneak and get a DNA test, and they can't tell because they'll get in trouble. But they wanted it for their own, for their own information so that they could know. And they know. And you remember when I came on earlier, I told y'all that's why when anything would be said or anything would go down, if they did respond, it was always contrived. It was always looked like it was rehearsed or scripted or for clout. But they never, anytime anything went down about Junior, and we've been talking about some serious things, right? It's no laughing matter. But they never moved a muscle. They never flipped. They never jumped. They never skirted. They never jumped shotgun in the car and went to do anything. That says a lot. Okay? That says a lot for the likes of Carlissa, and that's no shade, but you know how Carlissa is. She was about to snatch Chrisean a nub for even reaching towards Pink Face. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. She did have love for Junior. I believe that they have love for Junior, and that I believe that both Carlissa and Blueface would have helped Junior, whether they were related or not. Let's just get that clear. I believe that Carlissa really believed that that was her grandchild. Okay, but at some point they came to the conclusion and the realization that that was not their child. I mean, that not their grandchild and not his son. Now, on top of it, Chrisean made it worse when she was like, when she got mad at Carlissa on her tit for tat day, on Mad Day, you know that's when it all goes down, right? Okay. And she said, he's not even your blood. Why would you say something like that if it wasn't true? See, one thing about Chrisean is not only does she lack the skills to read the room and pick up on social cues, which is very, very bad. You need those to get through this fucking life, especially when you live in ghetto fabulous. Okay, when you're dealing with gangsters and strippers, you gotta have those two things. You gotta know how to read between the lines. You gotta know how to pick up on social skills, and you gotta know how to read the room. She's losing. You girl, you're batting 1,000. You're batting 1,000, and you're losing out here on these streets. Okay. And the fact that she was so mad and upset that she said something like, why would you say something like that if it wasn't no truth? And see, a lot of times Chrisean tells on herself and then she tries to backtrack. And this is a lot of people that are narcissistic-ish, okay, and have that personality. They just feel like they could just say anything and then come back and be like, oh no, the sky is red. No, it's definitely red. Definitely red. What? No, girl. The sky is blue. No, it's not. And they will have, girl, when they get done, they will have you thinking that the sky is red. Okay? That's how manipulative and downbearing they are. Okay? That's how gaslighting works. And they are experts at it. But what I'm trying to say is she always buries herself and then tries to dig her way up and just, oh no, it never happened. It's okay. My son walking, my son talking, my son eating. And then she ain't said nothing about that. She acts as if she never said that. And nobody ever brings it up. Now she's talking about, I can't wait till my son start walking. Wait a minute, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Do you remember? No, I just want to ask you one question. Do you remember when you said, my son walking, my son talking, my son eating? Y'all remember that? What happened? You know what I'm saying? She'll never even confront. She'll never say anything about it. She'll just act like she never said it. Have you guys noticed that? She does that constantly. All right? And I just think that that is the reason why we're here today. And he's sitting up here all snug and stuff like he's telling us a monumental conclusion. Bruh, you've been told her this. You've been told us this, right? But you know, why keep the storyline for so long? I think it's clout. I think it was content. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I honestly do. I think it was because of all of the clout. I think he used it as clout. I think he used it as content. And he likes to manipulate, okay? If you guys haven't noticed, Blueface is a manipulator. He's dastardly. He manipulates. He regulates. I call him a trigger nigga, okay? Because he likes to trigger people. And then their response, he feeds off of it. Not only personally, but content-wise, algorithm-wise, profit-wise. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that's the reason why he stuck with it for so long, because why else? Why else would he do that? So, you know, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I mean, and him coming out, I don't know if he expected us to do a backflip. You know, I don't know if he expected us to be in awe, you know, shock and awe. It's quite amusing, if you ask me. As many times as he's opened the chat and brought this up on social media that Junior is not his child, you've denied him, like I said before, more than my bank card at the Chanel store, bro. We get it. We get it. And I think that this was his plan. And what do I mean by that? I think like in his mind, I think he was thinking like the next person he gets pregnant, right? He's going to finally go ahead and reveal what we've already known, what he's already known, even before Junior was born, that was not his flesh and blood. That's why, like I said, when something happened, they never even flinched, you know, in any way, shape, or form. And it's always been fuck Chrisean in my eyes, whether figuratively or physically. And she still doesn't realize that. But yeah, y'all, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat, because let's be honest, controversy has followed them. Both Blueface and Chrisean, which was known as the circus, and then later, you know, Junior has come into the scene, was born, and now it has turned. It's taken a serious turn, right? It's taken a serious and frail turn. Okay, this is very serious, because at the end of the day, hashtag Save Junior is more than just a hashtag, right? It's a plight. It's a movement. It's a push to get a child his basic human rights that are being violated and restricted from him on purpose, it seems like. And that's why a lot of us are not only frustrated, some of y'all mad as F. Some of y'all mad AF, okay? And this is the reason why we can't stand the likes of Chrisean. And people think it's because we hate her. No. We hate that she is doing this to her child, or what we think she's doing to her child. Because are we there? No. Are we a fly on the wall? But if you got common sense, bruh, okay? If you have common sense that God gave a moth, a freaking butterfly, you should be able to see the signs that something ain't right here. Now, we don't know exactly what's wrong. Can't quite put my finger. Now, me, I'll stand up here like an expert, and I got a bunch. I got an army with me that will sit down and pinpoint exactly what is wrong. But just to keep it clean, just to keep it fair, we may not know what's wrong or what she's doing, but we know something ain't right. We know something ain't right, and that's good enough. Is that good enough for you, girl? Yeah, girl, it's good enough. Are you ready? Yeah. You got your torch? Mm-hmm. You got your pitchfork? Let's go. So, different strokes for different folks. Some people need all the evidence in the world. Some people just need their freaking intuition and a bit of discernment. And we got all that. And a bag of chips, right? Drama equals views. Confusion equals engagement, and chaos sells. Chaos sells. And people that are narcissistic-ish, because we're not diagnosing anybody, but we can go by patterns of behavior, body language, for sure, okay? They have to have chaos. They have to have conflict. They don't feel at ease. When everything is going fine and everybody's getting along and everything is as it should be and right with God, they're not right. That's why there's always chaos. That's why there's always conflict. That's why there's always confusion, because they cause a problem. And I want you guys to put a pin in that, because the next video that I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you a few clips, but the next video that I'm going to show you is going to prove that point. Okay? They love chaos. They have to stir up a problem. And Mad Day is their day. They love Mad Day. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and get into this, because in my opinion, sticking to that narrative felt like a content strategy more than closure, right? More than closure. And if we are being real, this dynamic between them has always looked messy. It really has. It's always looked messy. Like from the outside looking in, it's been what can I say? Like it's been like emotional highs and public fights, makeups, breakups, and viral moments nonstop. And that can be addicting. That can be addicting. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys a few more of these videos. And let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. But I don't think it was his kid. What's up, Humongous? Ronnie is the papa. She hasn't met her match yet. I'll show her a real hood chick. I can come out retirement just for her. See, people's emotions are getting riled up. It's not necessarily people are kind of internalizing this and making it personal, but this is an outcry. You understand what I'm saying? People are expressing themselves because we don't like what we see. Like I said, if Junior was not involved, half these people, now I'm telling you, some people would still be on Chrisean, okay? Because she can be an unlikable character, but that's neither here nor there, all right? But for most of us, we would just be talking about her as just another topic, right? It wouldn't really matter to us. The thing is that Junior is involved. And I believe his life, I think it's between life and death. I believe there's urgency and ASAP. And that's the reason why we push. Now, I don't talk about it every day, but just know that with my existing videos and me talking about it often, that it's still at the forefront of our minds, okay? And it's not beating a dead horse. It's not. Because if it was your child or anybody that you knew, you would be going 100, okay? You'd be going 0 to 100 real quick, right? All right, so let's see what we have, you guys. I think her refusing to sit down was the last straw. And then why is this moving? Oh, I think her refusing to sit down was the last straw. And then he saw that child's condition in person and it did something to him. Yes. I totally agree with that. And also, yeah, well, that's what I agree with. Because there had to be something that made him cut ties. And another thing that I want to add from that one chick from the Shy is also he is being bombarded with comments. So he trying to be all Dapper Dan and Pimp of the Year. Pimp on. He got all the ladies. He want to do that, right? He want to be smooth, Kumo D and shit. And he don't want no interruptions. And when he looks in his chat and when he looks in his Twitch, that live stream is starting to get on his nerves. Because mixed with that is people saying, why you ain't taking care of Junior? Why you ain't taking care of Junior? You're not being a good dad. You're not a good dad. You're with, your other kids, so they're constantly bombarding him and questioning him and putting him on Front Street for not being with Junior, tending to Junior, seeing Junior, and he just got fed up. He thought he could ignore it, but it just wasn't worth it anymore. The stakes that were high at first, that he felt like he had to hold on to that, it just wasn't there anymore. He got fed up personally. Don't think this was some philanthropic, heartfelt thing that he did for the sake of Junior. No. Fuck no. This is something personal. Okay? Either his pride, his manhood, or his ego was sick and tired, was fed up to here. And that's what pushed him to make this a finality. That's just what I feel, okay? Let me see. Somebody say he's a damn prop. I think he's saving face, helping the kid. Junior is being tortured by Chrisean. A lot of people feel that way. Can Blue get in trouble for the photo because he's not the pappy? Yeah, but the thing is that CPS did come out. CPS did get involved, you guys. But of course, Chrisean probably played it down. She didn't press any charges. She didn't push the issue because she was dick dumb. Okay. And I feel like she's still sprung. We'll get into that. But she didn't press any charges. You guys remember how she had a meltdown because he put it up there and we thought, is this the end? It was not the end. They continued with their shenanigans for at least a year or so after that. After he released that on Twitter and she fell on out, crashed out, act like it was the end of the world, she got right back with him. Okay? They would drink a little, smoke a little, fuck a little. It was back to normal. That's why I don't really be tripping out when she comes with all this emotional stuff and he comes with all that. Girl, I don't be tripping. It's all part of the script. You know what I'm saying? They like to play on people's emotions. But yeah. I'm with you, Black Orchid. I never despised someone on the internet so much. I feel so bad for the kid with Chrisean for a mom. Oh, sorry. Somebody said Blueface's brother said, "You better say he is yours or they will hurt you." Shit. Tell me about
it. To my brother, this the last time we gonna have any type of interaction, right? Whether that's your baby or not, nigga, you better say that's your baby, nigga. Or they, like I said, they will hurt you, nigga. To my brother, this the last time we gonna have any type of interaction, right? Whether that's your baby or not, nigga, you better say that's your baby, nigga. Or they, like I said, they will hurt you, nigga.
what y'all think. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when Blueface's brother said that? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. And then we got the 100K that he was paid. I know that 100K came with an NDA. Maybe the NDA has run its course, but then again, he's been saying this. You know what I'm saying? An NDA would prevent him from coming out, period. And he's been saying that. So did that 100K and that Zeus DNA really come with an NDA? Did the DNA come with an NDA? Right? Because that would have prevented him from coming out umpteen million times saying it. I mean, wouldn't it? So I feel it was personal, and I feel like he was somehow benefiting from it, right? Somebody said the dog passed in the pool and he was at the bottom. I know. I remember. Somebody said, I believe Dre. Why would Dre say that, y'all? Well, his girlfriend went live and said he slept with Chrisean. This dude interviewing Blue, what's his name? Yeah, Skin Bone. Yes, she did. She did say that he slept with Chrisean. She said that he gave her $1,000, a thou wow. She came to the house and they slept together. I mean, I believe it. I believe she slept with Offset. I believe she slept with Ronnie and a few other people. Okay. She was outside. She for the streets. Okay. She is outside and she for the streets. I honestly believe that. Chrisean is running and hiding from authorities. She's not letting anyone help that kid. Exactly. Because she's afraid that once the child gets help and she will be exposed and the jig will be up. Not only will she be exposed and have to take accountability and humiliation and shame that comes along with that, but the jig will be up because once they see the condition of her child, she will go to jail. She can go to jail. You can go to jail for medical neglect, neglecting to feed your child, basic human needs. You can go to jail. So it's not just like, you caught me, and she's going to be holding her hands up and be like, what's next? And she's going to be able to go to the party and she can cry if she wants to. No, she's going to be facing some stiff penalties. All right. And she's going to be facing public scrutiny. And it's going to be, instead of us, did she, is she, even the people that support her and her fans are going to have to eat crow. And we remember what happened to Wendy Williams when she ate last time. She ate crow, right? And that's no shade. Wendy Williams is my favorite host. I wish she would come back tomorrow. So that's definitely no shade, okay? She's a big inspiration for what I do. So I'm just saying, y'all. Somebody says, I believe Dre too. Where in the hell is he? He's around. He just came to Blueface's house about a month ago. So he's out and about and around. But y'all remember the last time we saw him in court, he was in a paper clothing because he was on the suicide list. Y'all remember that, right? He mental too. He got a little, look, we dealing with some screws that we look between the Malones and the Porters. Come on now. And Dre's last name, I think, is Harvey. Yeah, you remember he was on mental watch, okay? And there's no shade. A lot of people have mental illnesses, mental disorders, and they medicate, they take the medicine, they get the diagnosis, and they maintain it, right? They're able to maintain it and be able to live full lives, you guys. So we're not just going to say, oh, he's crazy, oh, he's mental, and just throw him away. No, we don't dismiss people like that. But for what it's worth, remember, okay? So I said, I agree, the deadbeat comments. He didn't prove anything. If he really didn't want if he really didn't want for it to be his, why are you playing? The guy told him stop playing. Yeah, but they're also saying, but the baby mama just came out and said he also effed Chrisean. So I mean, who is he? You slept with him and you sitting up here interviewing somebody. I mean, I pretty much think his credibility is shot because that baby mama was not lying, and Chrisean gets around. She gets around. Okay, let's not act like there's not that we ain't got hoes. Come on now. Let's not act like that's so impossible. It's called promiscuous. Let's not act like she can't be promiscuous, okay? And then she's sitting up here telling us that Tasiki was selling her ass and doing all that. Did I show y'all the video? Tasiki helped raise Chrisean. They were the closest. All right? If I would probably be doing what my big sister was doing too. Especially if I was out there on the street talking about I'm homeless since I was 7 years old. She had to do a lot of strange things for change. And it's sad, but it's true. Come on now. Come on. He said, he said he did it because the kid needed help. Maybe. Mostly just ego. Dre isn't in jail anymore. He's just staying to himself. Yeah, he's out of jail. You remember when he questioned Blueface about the mirror? We won't even get into that. Ego, yes. Ego driven. We already know that Blueface is ego driven off the rip, okay? RIP to the dog. Exactly. This is why Blue out. He got tired of people saying if he's the dad, yep, why he's not taking. That got on his nerves. I think ultimately that was it. Okay, ultimately, that was it. I also think that he didn't want Chrisean Jr. on his conscience anymore. I think it was wearing on his conscience. Yeah, I do. I think it was wearing on his conscience. Let me go down a little bit and see what you guys are saying. He was just hanging with Pink Face last week. Yeah, he was. Just because he's disabled doesn't mean he just needs to be left in a chair. No physical or mental stimulation. I know. I get it. LOL. I can still rock in the chat. I have never. Somebody said, wait, sorry about that. What's up, pretty brown eyes? I have never seen a person try so hard to make her child resemble Blue's kids by putting a filter on him. That's crazy as hell to me. And he still didn't look like Blue. All she had to do is do the right thing. She would have had the cute. He's already cute. But what I'm saying is she wouldn't have to hide. He would have met all his milestones, right? He would have been born an average child. Period. This is her fault. It's her fault. It's nobody else's. Remember Bino and Rockhead had poor hygiene and that said that Rockhead had poor hygiene and that she stunk? If she isn't cleaning her cat, she definitely isn't bathing Junior. Yeah, that's a red flag. And Bino can't take that back. And that nigga was speaking from the heart. He was telling the truth. Okay. And I have a whole video of it. I ain't gonna bore you with it. I may play it at the end of, you guys already know. Rock is being awfully quiet. Yeah. All right, so you guys, let's go ahead and get into these videos. Somebody say Dre don't get along with Carlissa. He's trying to get his kids. He's trying to get his kids from who? His baby mama? Yeah, I know he don't get along with his mom. But you know, sometimes you gotta let that go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he's holding on to the past, something that happened when he was 15 or 16 years old. You know, and sometimes when you hold on, you make it worse for yourself. Sometimes you just have to let go and let God, or just let go, right? All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into the rest of these clips I have to show you. Hold on, you guys. Let me make sure it's not here on YouTube. Let's see. Yeah. So we already saw that. Let me get to this video that I was talking about. And Blueface saying that Chrisean is a bad mom. Now, it's not just about the fact that he's saying it's a bad mom. It's about what's also in this video that I wanted to show you. So let's go ahead and get into this. Hold on. And this is from Misha CML Gossip. If you guys want to watch this video in its entirety, make your way on over to Misha CML Gossip, okay, on YouTube after this stream. All right, let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. Uh-oh. Now, I want you guys to know that this video was in and around the time when Chrisean was refusing to get, or she wasn't moving fast enough. She kept missing appointments for Chrisean to get the hernia surgery. Now, she said it's because she was scared. All right. But Blueface said enough is enough. And we're going to go through these text messages. I mean, these tweets, because this says a lot, y'all. First of all, before we get into this, I want to point out when this was to give you an idea, okay, and a time frame. I think that's important. Now, this was 2 years ago, September 24th of 2023. Now, remember, I think if I'm not mistaken, Junior was born on September 3rd. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But a lot happened in around that month where Junior was born, okay? And why? Because Blueface already knew from the get-go. Well, not from the get-go. He knew, well, you know what? I think he knew from the time that he found them 10 men up in Chrisean's phone, and the fact that he was with Jaidyn for a period of time, and he was not having, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. He was sounding like Bill Clinton up in this bitch, okay? And he knew, just as a man, okay, that he was not the father. Now, he couldn't be for sure because, of course, they had been effing. But when he got that word from the conception date from that doctor, he knew for sure. That's what validated it for him, okay? Let's go ahead and get into these tweets, you guys. Let's go ahead and listen for a minute, and then I'll take over because we can at least look at a few of them because I think she reads them. So let's do it.
Okay, y'all. So Blueface is currently furious at Chrisean because he says that the baby's hernia needs to be fixed ASAP because according to Blueface, it is affecting his son's genital area. He also makes it clear that he's not mad about his son's first name, but he's mad about the last name. So Blueface feels like because he was not invited to the...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all, but who is this? CCC 9766. Who? Y'all keep saying that her cousin was unalive. When? Can you please put in the chat when her cousin, because I heard this on my last live. I kind of overlooked it and forgot, but I want to know. We recently saw a photo of Chrisean's cousin that was also unalive. When was he unalived? The one that was in the picture that they were showing, like, could possibly be Junior's father? That was a rumor, by the way, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Please, CCC, anybody, put what cousin, when was he unalive? I'm sorry about that. Sorry to interrupt.
Birth, he will not have a connection with his son. He wrote, women carry for 9 months, so they already connected. But from a man's perspective, we don't connect until we feel connected. I knocked your father out. Why would you name my son after him and think I'm going to be happy and jolly? Like he's carrying my legacy. Can someone explain this to her, please? She thinks I'm mad about little baby for some reason. Why would I want a problem behind a female I'm not even with for real? I'm mad about the last name. I don't care about the first name. Everybody knows tradition. Baby could have been Malone Porter. I would be cool and feel more entitled to be a part of the process. My son is named after a crackhead, bro. Come on now. Y'all want me to be cool with that? Never. Then he wrote, Jaidyn had my daughter. I was with Rock. She still called me and told me where to come to be a part of the birth. We spent 4 days in the hospital together and named the baby together. That's how it's supposed to go. Rock is just bitter and using my son as a pawn to make me feel obligated to her. So Blueface ends up trying to give advice to young men. I'm going to skip that. You guys can pause to read if you want because I feel like he gives very bad advice, specifically when it comes to dating.
Okay, like I was saying, I feel like Chrisean, this is where Chrisean effed up at. And what do I mean by that? Well, she left out Blueface, right? She excluded Blueface from the jump. All right. She excluded him from the birth. She excluded him from picking the name. She excluded him from the whole process. She went to Baltimore and had the baby. She made him feel uncomfortable and like he was not connected. He was trying to connect with he never really got a chance to connect with Junior because they were always at odds. She was always being difficult. It was always tit for tat. She was always mad about something. And anytime she was mad, she would use that baby as a pawn, which she's still doing to this day. So we know that it wasn't Blueface. Now they both take some blame in this, but we have to see the forest for the trees, y'all. She went to Baltimore to have a baby. She didn't even tell him. I think he was in Miami or something like that. They both were playing tit for tat, like I said. But the burden falls on the mother. You're the one who had to care for the baby, provide a safe environment while the baby was in your womb, and to tend to the baby and take care of the baby when it was born. Right? And she excluded him from everything. His last name Porter. I'm changing it back. His last name is Malone. I'm changing it. Don't nobody want to deal with. Don't no man want to deal with no woman like that. You're supposed to be nurturing and caring, and you're supposed to be easy to get along with. Nobody wants to mess with no gripey bitch. Somebody who's always upset, always angry, always emotional. And you know how our men are. They're like straightforward. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be the emotional creatures. And you know how most men feel about dealing with women. When you're too emotional, you're too difficult to deal with, that they not only fall out of love with you, they fall out of lust with you. They don't want to fuck with you no more. Your pussy ain't good no more. They want to replace you. They want to move on. And now you're a problem. Now they want to get rid of you. Now they don't like you anymore. They're not attracted to you anymore. They look at you with disdain. And that can go either way. That can go either way. I'm just saying, for the purposes in which we're talking, and this happened, 9/24/2023. We're still in September. We're in September. And he's coming out with all of these emotions. Now, we know Blueface can be difficult. He's an asshole. I understand it. He's manipulating. He's a womanizer. And he's a low-down dirty shame. I get it. But you also have to realize that, bro, this was in the same month that Junior was born. Do you know how long after that they were back together? So let's knock it off. It was not the end all be all for any of them. Okay? Everybody lived. And as a matter of fact, they both got back together. So what are we talking about here? Right? Let's go ahead and get into this. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what he's saying here. Now, remember, here he's saying, somebody tell little baby, please come get her. And I'm begging y'all to tell cuz, adopt this girl so she can go live and talk about some new cop. He was really like finished with the situation. Now, he just kept fucking with her. That's what he get. That's what she get. Everybody grown. Let's move on. I think that's all I wanted to show you, because I'm going to show you this another video, and I wanted you guys to really pay attention to the little baby and what he's talking about, okay? Everyone tag Cuz on her post page or whatever y'all got to do to make this happen so I can stop being the topic of her live. Let's start a GoFundMe for her and little baby to meet. And this is what ultimately pushed her to actually go do the tit for tat, make Blueface mad. And how did she end up at little baby's restaurant? And it backfired. It backfired on her. Okay? Because I think when you lose, I think the woman loses the most, right? Because even now, it's her and the child. You feel me? And this is what? Papa is a Rolling Stone. He's about to have 2 homes now. Jaidyn and his 2 children. And then Nevaeh. And he's still Rolling Stone. He's still going to go out and be like, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. I think we can go on to the next one. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's see.
Happen so I can stop being the topic of her live. Let's start a GoFundMe for her and little baby to meet. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, the GoFundMe thing threw me off. So then he writes, please tell Rock to go find some tea and get off mine. She been getting hit her whole pregnancy by different men. Why would I care now? As long as she goes talking about me, I'ma be tweeting. I've been doing a great job not saying nothing, but she keeps going on and on about me, not wanting to come to her house. I'm not coming. Baby still ain't had the surgery for his hernia. She's lying, talking about he's healthy when he doesn't have a D, because the hernia is in his balls. It's so big, and she's steady on here talking about me and my D. Fix our son's D first, then go find somebody else to ride. Blueface then went on to post his son's hernia in his genital areas. This actually made me so sad for Chrisean and the baby, because why would he do this to his own child? He captioned it, "This is what my son's D looks like, and she's worried about me and little baby's D. Like, get our son's D right, then do what you want." He then went on to say, "Don't play with me. I am the truth. I will give you guys nothing less than the truth. My son don't got a D, and she on here popping it. So you know what I'ma do every time? Checkmate." The fact that he's saying checkmate for posting his child's genitals on Twitter is disgusting. Then he writes, "If you don't take it far, I won't go further." Then he says, "She is a bad mother. Yes, she is unfit. She been pushing the surgery back, missing the appointments so she can go do what she wants. I went to Be More thinking it's surgery. They talking about she missed the appointment. I tried to do the right thing, keep it private, but this hoe keeps going on and on. Leave me the F alone, you crack baby." The fact that he went from saying he's not going to be mean to her anymore because her mental health matters to now calling her a bad mom and a crack baby, that's pretty messed up. "Do you understand my frustrations now? She's playing with my son and his well-being for her own spite, grief, and feelings. That's an innocent baby, and you're putting him last on your priority list? You shouldn't have left Baltimore without his D right, you selfish piece of crap." So Chrisean hasn't responded to this yet, but her last tweets were saying, "The reason why I don't date anymore is because I gave up on love. I'm off the market for eternity." Immediately after that tweet, she wrote, "I take that last tweet back." And then she said, "I got a crush for real, but it ain't nothing serious." So Blueface deleted most of those last tweets, and he ended it off with saying, "You had a baby on live, but you're mad about the truth being live." So I'm guessing Carlissa caught wind of Blueface posting the hernia, and she wrote, "Bring me my baby, period." Carlissa also posted this message talking about how her relationship with Jaidyn went sour after Chrisean got pregnant.
Okay, so I really wanted to share those tweets with you guys so I could kind of give you guys sort of an insight to what we are about to watch in and around this time. And this is kind of what went wrong. And remember when I was saying that um Chrisean was making it difficult and the tit for tat. Now, let me just be clear. We're not handing out any angel wings. Blueface is an asshole. Okay? He is hard to deal with. He was tit for tat too. Okay? But there are certain areas where Blueface was trying to be serious. Okay? Blueface was trying to take control of the situation because this was urgent. And if you've seen the picture of the hernia that Junior had as a baby, he was born with that. It totally destroyed whatever was below the belt. Okay? Destroyed. And the fact that he was allegedly supposed to go for a second surgery, like a reconstructive surgery, and as far as we're concerned, she never made it there. It's appalling. It is absolutely horrific and sad. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you guys this video that I wanted to show you guys. Hold on. To show you just how difficult Chrisean was behind the scenes. And Blueface didn't make it any better. Okay? But the fact that he was reaching out and trying, and he was getting rejected and slapped down and turned away from, and she was just being so difficult that he gave the fuck up. He gave the fuck up. All right. And what I mean by that is not them getting back together and getting high and drunk together, and that's a toxic bond. Okay, that's a toxic bond that they had. Trauma bond, whatever you want to call it. Toxic ties is what I'll say. Toxic ties. Okay. I mean, who can explain that? Hold on, you guys. Let me take this down. Now, this is the video that I wanted to show you guys. All right. Now, let me show you guys this video. Where is it? Why is mine up there? All right, so now let's get into this video. And in this video, Blueface is going to explain why he's not with Chrisean and his newborn son. This happened in and around, like I said, September-ish. Remember, we just went over these tweets, little baby, tit for tat. They're going back and forth. But this is what was going on behind the scenes, okay, that we didn't see. So I want you guys to pay attention. I just thought that this would shed some light on ultimately why Blueface was never really able to connect with Chrisean, because remember, he eventually, not even soon after this, went back to Jaidyn. Okay, hold on. Let's go, y'all. The whole Miami thing, the whole they're getting married thing. Remember the whole Gucci thing where they were Gucci'd out and partying and all that. I mean, I know that was in and around when she was pregnant, but still. Hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead.
Y'all hip to everything that's been going on with them and their newborn son. And like usual, there has been a lot of drama. I recently covered what Chrisean had to say about Blueface and everything that's been going on in my recent videos. So go on and check those out if you haven't already. But in this video, Blueface is speaking out and letting people know the real reason that he doesn't want to be with Chrisean, and was letting people know some of the things that she was doing. So man, I'm gonna roll the clip and I'm gonna let y'all see it.
I don't understand how this woman keeps like trying to make me seem like I didn't try to help her pay her bills prior. I didn't try to help her find a situation. I didn't try to help her plan for this baby. So this is what happened. Like I told y'all, she's been planning to do Baddies East. I'm thinking Baddies East will happen after the baby's born. She was like, no, they ready to gear up. I'm gonna do it while I'm pregnant. I said, oh yeah? You serious? You wanna go on a WWE fight show while you're pregnant? So I tried to, chop it up with her. Hey, instead of doing that, how about me and you plan a baby shower? We find a spot. We plan for the baby's birth. You know what she said? I need to get on the road and get to this money and that baby shower and all that. So she's like, I don't need to do none of that. I'm about to go get it. I said, damn. All right, big dog. So she goes on Baddies East. I'm paying close attention. I'm watching. She's getting treated like a contestant on the show. And it's really making me mad because I'm like, your baby father is Blueface. You're Chrisean Rock. Why are you on a show with like a bunch of, no offense to anybody, but like with a bunch of just, regular people that's trying to broaden their horizon? But whatever, she goes on there. It's not what she thinks. Nobody fights for her like she thought. Nobody does what she says on command. So then she hits my phone. Oh, I'm ready to come home. Pastor Mike told me I should come back and I should try it out with you because he's seen all these tattoos. The bitch said, she said her pastor told her to come back and do the right thing with me. And the bitch still didn't listen. She got the word straight from God to the pastor to her. Yo, you should kind of go back and really try harder with Blue because you got all these tattoos of him. So it must have been something that led you up to this point. You should see that through. Right? That's what she's telling me. She's telling me, oh, I went to church. After she beat the white girl, or had her friends beat the white girl, she told me, oh, I went to church and the pastor told me I should come back to you. I said, damn, that's what the pastor said? All right, shit. Shout out to pastor. He knows something, right? He knows something. Boom. So that's when she leaves Betty's East. She comes back. I got a whole family in my house. I told her, look, I will be homeless with you until we find a spot. So I leave my house and I stay in a hotel with her. I'm in a hotel with her, right? So boom. This is when I got stabbed. So I leave her in the hotel room. Hey, I'm finna go to the gym and work out. You stay here and chill. It was an early morning workout. She tired. I might just chill. Go to the gym, get a workout in. Boom, I get stabbed. Hit her. Yo, I just got stabbed. We had appointments to see places, penthouses. I wanted her to get a penthouse.
Did y'all hear that? He went to go work out, left her up in the hotel room, and got stabbed. You guys remember when Blueface got stabbed? Also, he said he left his house. He had a whole family, and he was with Jaidyn. He said, I will be homeless with you until we find you a place. See, Chrisean wanted to be where Jaidyn was. She wanted to live with Blueface. It was a whole package. They came as a package when he was out of jail. Remember, he was like, you could drop the child off. This is how it's always been. Chrisean is just that selfish and envious. She's just that hateful, where if it's not her and the baby, they come as a package, it's nothing. She would be that conniving and that down low because she's selfish and she's self-centered and egotistical. This is how narcissists act. People who have patterns that are similar to people who have personality disorders act. Histrionic comes to mind. It was the whole package or nothing. And the fact that he was like, I'll leave my family, right? I'll be homeless with you until I find you a place. And then he intended on doing what he's doing now. He intended to do what he's doing now with Nevaeh and Jaidyn. That's what he intended. But Chrisean would not have it that way. It was her way or no way. Okay? I honestly believe that she had something to do with him being stabbed. Listen to what he says next.
I just chill. Go to the gym, get a workout in. Boom, I get stabbed. Hit her. Yo, I just got stabbed. We had appointments to see places, penthouses. I wanted her to get a penthouse. Boom. Oh my God, are you okay? Yeah. I go, instead of going to get stitched up, going to do anything, I go back to the hotel to make sure we make these appointments to see these penthouses, right? I got a whole gash in my leg. I'm walking, stimming around, looking at these penthouses for her and the baby to have some, something. Then I got to go to Atlanta to do this Smasher Pass. They got some bread for me. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Take the bitch with me. We get there. It's time for me to go handle this business. I'm telling her, like, yo, I don't want to bring no pregnant girl to this. to this social thing, it's gonna affect, my program. She instantly make it about her. Oh, I'm not cool enough to come with you. I came with you out here. I need to go with you. What do we win? We argue. Hey, you know me. I'm out of here. I just told you what I'm about to do. I'm out of here. Guess what she do? Tit for tat. She leave the room. She at Clark Atlanta University. She over here. She pull up. I'm like, where the food at? I'm hangry at this point. She said, oh, I threw it out. It was nasty. Huh? So I don't get to try the food? Like, you just gonna... I've been sitting at this restaurant all night waiting for you, thinking you got some food for me. And you get here and you telling me you threw the food away because it was nasty. So I'm instantly heated. Like, that's so selfish. Boom. We get back to the room. I need to smoke. Where the weed? Where the backwoods? Oh, I smoked all the backwoods. I don't know where. We don't have... You don't got no food. You don't got no backwoods. You're... Oh my God. I'm mad. I'm bleeding a bitch. Go get me some backwoods right now. The bitch leave the room, act like she finna go get me some backwoods, and never comes back. I'm texting her, worried, like, damn, you okay? Is everything all right? She missed the flight. Mind you, we got an appointment to see a house at 12 p.m. The flight is at 5 a.m. She didn't like none of the penthouses, so I upped it. I said, all right, you don't want to be in a penthouse because you feel like it's giving apartment vibes. All right, let's go rent a house out. She missed the flight. I get on the flight at 5 a.m. by myself. Haven't heard from her. Then the next day, she at a little baby restaurant leaving taste test reviews. I'm like, this what you doing? Like, you just missed. Okay. From that day forward, I texted my financial advisor, my real estate agent, Jason Lee, and his party promoter. I said, cancel the house, cancel the baby shower. I'm done with her. Her priority.
That's what really went down. That's why it was so much uproar over Lil Baby restaurants, because she used that to get back at Blueface, but ended up ruining everything for her and Blueface, for her being with Blueface. You see, this is the type of shit that he was dealing with behind the scenes, and you can only push a man so far. How difficult can you be? That's mental. Girl, you are mentally ill. You passed up a penthouse because you wanted to be with this nigga, and he ain't switched up his game yet. He ain't switched up his operation yet. This nigga ain't missed a beat. He's still doing what he was going to do, what he was doing with Jaidyn and Chrisean. Not saying that it's right, not saying I agree with it, but it is what it is. He's still doing the same thing with Jaidyn and Nevaeh right now. But you know what? Nevaeh is going along with the program. Now, y'all may be mad at her, and you may not understand it. I mean, you shouldn't compromise who you are, right? Your morals, your integrity, I get it. But here we are. She is about to move into a 10,000 square foot joint with Blueface. You see her fighting and scraping and scratching and scrounging and arguing, and she like, oh, okay. He's still messing with 50 million hoes, 1,001 bitches, which I wouldn't think that's such a good idea. But I'm trying to show y'all something. I'm going somewhere with this. He tried to do the same thing with Chrisean. This is why when that Lil Baby restaurant blew up, remember, we didn't know all of this. We didn't know all this went down. So this is my first time seeing this video. We were just going by what she was saying, and oh, he's just jealous of Lil Baby. No, girl, look what you did. You gave up. You were supposed to be with this man. You left him hanging. He had to catch the airplane, get on a flight by himself, because you were supposed to get some backwoods and never came back. And then the next day he sees you at Lil Baby restaurant testing food. You big dummy. When you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, choose the hard place and not the fucking rock. At least you would have had your feet kicked up at a penthouse that he paid for. If you would have put your baby first, and you haven't since day one, maybe we wouldn't even be here. She has never put her child first. Ever. It's always been about her. It still is about her. And I feel like she has something to do with him being stabbed. Because how are you going to leave if you really, really love? That's why I told y'all nobody was in love. If she was in love with this man, she would have never left him. He never went to the hospital. He had a big ass gash in his leg from being stabbed. And instead of being nurturing and caring about him, if you love him, why would you leave him like that? And be running around town with a newborn baby, all outside at Clark University in that little baby restaurant. What the fuck was you at little baby restaurant for? Priorities all fucked up. I have never seen a fuck up more than Chrisean. This is what it means when you sabotage yourself. She straight sabotaged herself. Because one of the things that women have to do when you choose to deal with a man or you're with a man is you got to know how to operate around these motherfuckers. Because they're going to be assholes. Most of them are going to cheat. I'm just going to say most. If you know how to deal with a man, you know how to deal with a man. Sometimes you got to make the best out of a situation. And being in a penthouse with my newborn child and somebody else footing the bill and sending me money and making sure I'm good, bitch, that would have been the best motherfucking position I could have been in. I wouldn't give a damn if you over there fucking a horse. And I kind of can see where Nevaeh is coming from because she's like, well, he's going to be doing what he's doing. I'm already pregnant. I might as well move in this big ass house. He's sending me thousands of dollars. I'm in Miami. I might as well, go along and get along. I might as well. I mean, I'm stuck. This is where the rock and the hard place come. I see why Nevaeh is doing what she's doing. Now, I'm not saying she ain't gonna blow up because we seen how they are going back and forth. Right? But you know what? I have been in toxic relationships where the man has said the most horrible things about me. The most demeaning things about me. To try to hurt me, try to put me down, try to down my self-esteem. He was a narcissist. And yet, I ended up going back to him time after time. Time after time. And this is what we've seen between Chrisean and Blueface. We see it between Jaidyn and Blueface. We see it between Nevaeh and Blueface. He didn't call them crackheads. You the last one on the roster. You want to come over here and have Jaidyn give you say the most dastardly things, and then they end up back together. In a toxic relationship, I hate to say it, but it's normal. It's normal. That is not the ultimatum. He called you a crackhead, or you're going to go back to him. It's normal. When you have those toxic ties, you guys say the most horrible things about each other. Yeah. So it is what it is, y'all. What are y'all thinking? I'm going to come to the chat because I think not only does she have something to do with the stabbing, because Chrisean has been a weirdo and acting like a crack baby. Okay? She's been playing games with Blueface, and she's been dodging normalcy, stability. That brings me to when recently when he got out and they were at the house. Remember, Papa Blue had the DNA Q-tip in his hand, and Carlissa had a conversation with Blueface and said she needs a place to stay. Not Bravola, but what's the other guy's name? Bodine. Bodine called and said, no, it's legit. She really needs a place to stay. And he's like, I tried to get her a place to stay. She said she didn't need a place to stay. I can't get her a place to stay until she sees in her brain that she needs a place to stay. It's the same old song, y'all. That means something is wrong upstairs. Exactly. Something's wrong. Even the one of us with the most pride and the highest self-esteem in this chat would have taken you gotta look, the work you gotta choose the lesser of two evils. And that damn penthouse with my newborn baby in it and him footing the bill would have been the motherfucking lesser of the two evils. I can tell you that. Backwoods, the good, food. Man, what is wrong with these people? I don't know, y'all. She said Blueface looks like a whole different person. I'm telling y'all, $79.99 on DoorDash is not beyond belief for them to have done it. Yeah. Yes, y'all. Wow. Yep. She has been homeless, living in a car, and sleeping on that air mattress, right? If you're alone, okay, maybe, but not with the child. Exactly. Why would you not do that? Are you so hell bent on getting back at this man? And he was not going to be with you. It was never going to be the way that she wanted it to be. It never was. Even when it seemed to be, he was still fucking with other women. Okay? He still was. Still fucking on Stunner, still fucking on Jaidyn, still fucking on Nevaeh. It's the same song. We have to remember that he was messing with Nevaeh when he was with Chrisean. He got her pregnant sometime around then. You don't remember her coming out and saying she got rid of the child, and the next time she got pregnant, she wasn't going to get rid of the child? Blueface knew this. Blueface knew this. And I do believe that Blueface is smarter than we think he is. I don't think he's just slanging dick just raw, just all up and through the LA streets. I don't. I really, really don't. Because he's very particular about who he wants to procreate with. He chose Nevaeh because she, in some way, has proven herself to him. I believe that she really does love him. She stuck with him through when he was locked up. And this is the reason why he feels like her loyalty and her, being down for him deserves this. And we're like, oh, he's being a tricky nah. Let's back up a little bit. He's been effing with her for a while now. She didn't just pop out, just 2-3 months ago. She's been here 2-3 years, maybe even longer. She's proven that she loves him. She's been down for him when he was locked up. That says a lot. When you're down with a man and you stick with him, that count that gets you a lot of brownie points when he gets his freedom. It would do that for anybody. Right? If your daddy was in jail and you stayed down for your daddy, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it. And that's the reason why he doesn't mind giving her money. It's the reason why he doesn't mind moving her into his home. That's why he doesn't mind having a baby with her. Also, he knows that she's going to listen, which is a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just pointing out the obvious, guys. All right? I'm pointing out the obvious. Because you do have to compromise something as a woman to be able to be with Blueface. And some of it is your motherfucking integrity, your morals and your character. Well, your morals and integrity. Right? And your characters is what makes you who you are. So you have to compromise some of that. That's not a good thing. But I'm saying from the perspective of Blueface, he knows she gonna act right. He knows she gonna listen. He knows she gonna put up with his BS. And she knows him. That's a comfort to a man. That makes a man feel comfortable. That makes a man feel like it's all right to trick his money off. It's not really tricking. It ain't tricking if you got it, right? He doesn't care because she was a solid female. And we may not agree with it, but at the end of the day, that's how most men operate, you guys. There's a lot of takeaways when we have conversations like this. It's not just all pointing the finger and you. No, you've got to open your mind. There's some takeaways that you can take away from this, both positive and negative. Right? And a lot of times we get caught up in toxic situations. We get caught up in dysfunctional relationships. Okay? I'm just saying. You said he could have chose Stunner Girl over that hippie. Yeah, but Stunner Girl wasn't going for it. Stunner Girl would have been perfect. Stunner Girl is the perfect one. Stunner Girl is actually the best choice. But she challenged him and she wouldn't back down. And that's how we should be. We should be the one that got away. Because that Stunner Girl is still going to be on his mind. Stunner Girl is going to stick with him because he knows that he can't just do her any old kind of way. Stunner Girl is the perfect example, and I'm talking about not her lifestyle, not what she's doing. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. I don't even know that woman. But I'm talking about in this instance, we should all be Stunner Girl. Because Stunner Girl was like, oh, you got a roster? So do I. And she wasn't lying. She was like, oh, I'm not giving up my roster, boo. Huh. Well, how old are you? 29. Well, I'm 27. I still got a few years left. You know what I'm saying? She was playing along with him when she was talking about, are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? Come on now. And sometimes even if they were having unprotected sex, if they weren't, you know, sometimes you agree to put on a front, you know what I'm saying, to get the views and to get the, you know, to get the promo, to get into the algorithm. I feel like it was a little bit of that. And even when you do have unprotected sex, right? Sometimes I'm on the pill, you know what I'm saying? I'm on birth control. You know what I'm saying? Or wake up in the morning, go to CBS, get a plan B. It's as easy as that. Hello, $50. So that's, you know, I don't know, you guys. Let me see. But at the end of the day, we should all be Stunner Girl. When it comes to this situation, not back down, not give up your roster. It was, hey. And she wasn't really tit for tat. She wasn't really petty. She wasn't really messy. She brought a little classy hood, you know what I'm saying? Little ghetto fab, rich girl vibe to it all with that soft girl era. And I'm going to give Stunner Girl her props, you know, like, love it or hate it. And we're talking about young women, y'all. We all were 20 in our early to mid 20s and young. We're talking about young people here, okay? So I'm not condoning any of it, but I get it. I understand it because I acted similarly when I was 24, 25, 26, 27. Come on now. So in that context, we should all be fucking Stunner Girl. Stunner Girl was the only one who got it right out of all you hoes. So shout out to Stunner Girl, for what it's worth, girl. Shout out. We're proud of you, girl. We're proud of you. Okay? Somebody said, anyone effing Blue Keisha is a diabolical weirdo. I remember the time Stunner Girl phone rang and he got jealous. She said, oh, that's money on the line. Exactly. We should all be like, so we should all be so self-reliant and confident in ourselves and stand on our own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love that ghetto fab swag. Yeah, you get it, Reese's. You get it. That's what I'm talking about. I really think a lot is just for show, controversy going. Yes, going to keep the viewers. You guys, that stunner girl, Blueface was a lot of that. It was a lot of that. You really couldn't tell, but you could kind of tell that it was a lot of that. They were putting on a front, y'all. For a lot of that, they were putting on a front. They really were. I really enjoyed that most of all is when Stunner Girl and Blueface were together. I really did. I really did. They had love for each other. They just weren't in love with each other. But I believe maybe come full circle or something like that. I don't know. But I liked it. I really did. I liked it. Somebody said I had a son. I have responsibilities. Somebody said compared to Cray Cray, she seems down to earth and normal, regardless of whatever emotion she's going through. He said he'd known her for 5 years. Yeah, I thought that. I just was afraid to say it because I wasn't sure. Yeah, he'd known Nevaeh for 5 years. She didn't just pop around. He's been effing her, even when he was with Chrisean. Blue love bombs these girls. They fall in love with that treatment, then stay crashing out, chasing to have got those feelings back. Yeah. And I think there was a video that he explained exactly how he does these women. I just don't know why I didn't save it. Let me see if I got it. Hold on. I did that too. I did too, Blonay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get it. He's corny and childish, but hey, if they like it, yeah, if they like it. And like I said, the lesser of two evils. I'm not agreeing with any of this. Okay, I'm not agreeing with any of this loosey goosey. But I don't want to act like I'm above the law or above any of this because, oh Lord, I was in some mess, y'all. I was in some mess. Woo! It was messy. It was messy, and I can't even lie. I can't even lie. Okay. Nevaeh unhinged watch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We've already seen it. We've already seen it. There's going to be another crash out. You think they finna live happily ever after and skip into the sunset? And we going to shut the book and happily ever after. Once upon a time. And they live happily ever after. The end. Hell no. It ain't never going to be that. Not dealing with this. No. Not dealing with this. Nah. Never. And it never does. Stunner Girl, I like the song they did. She brought him a birthday gift. Nobody else bought him nothing. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I don't know why. I just loved it when they were together. And, they weren't in love. There was no love, y'all. Come on now. There was no love. There was no love. Now, they could have fallen in love. But most of it was show, y'all. Most of it was show. And they had fun. We had fun. It was good. She bowed out gracefully. She walked away with her dignity. She didn't compromise anything. Everything has a risk to it. When you have unprotected, you live that risky life, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, it comes with the territory. Let's not act brand new. We see it every day. Some of us live it every day. Shit. You don't know where that man went, girl. You don't know where your girlfriend is today. You don't know if she went to work. Yeah. Okay. You live a risk every day. I think they were really gonna work out. Yeah, they would have. If Blueface would have been a little more serious, they would have definitely worked out. I only speak from experience. I was done for a guy before I learned. Trust me, I am not above reproach. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm speaking like this, because that's the only way I can speak, y'all. Nevaeh was a jump off between Blueface and NBA Youngboy. Yeah, I'm not saying she ain't outside, but she's only 24 years old. She's only 24 years old. And playing with this man right here. And I think once you get into that circle where you're dating like influencers and people with money, you just kind of stay in that circle. Because I know I would have. Okay? I know I would have. I would stay right up there in that caliber. right up there in that caliber, right? And I would use what God gave me to, yeah, I would definitely. And I don't mean that in a raunchy or a sleazy way, but yeah, I would have used it. Only God can judge, to each his own, good for content. Yeah. Yeah. And I have a range of ages that are in my chat, and I don't want to discourage any of these young women that are in my chat, right? But I don't want to disrespect any of the older women that are in my chat either. But I got to be real. And luckily for me, it kind of balances out because I don't know, it just kind of balances out because I can remember when I was Nevaeh's age and Blueface. I can remember. So why not add that to the conversation? Because I don't want to really discourage people, but I do want to keep it real. I do want to keep it real, but I don't want to like admonish people or make them feel like, oh, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. No, you shouldn't. But I did it. Bitch, I survived. Girl, you want to hear about it? How old are you? Your mama was a hoe. She hung with what? How old are you? Yep, your mama was a hoe, girl. Now, your mama was beautiful. She was so nice. Your mom was the sweetest person. She was a good person. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay? No, your mama was a bitch. You over there, ooh, nobody could stand your mama. But your mama, she was the sweetest pie. She was beautiful, girl. She had a shape. She used to always wear cute clothes. Her hair used to always be done, girl. Your mama was the bomb.com back in the day. But she was a hoe. I was with her. I know. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, y'all. Somebody said Nevaeh is a bum. Somebody said, I just saw a video of what? I just saw a video of Carlissa talking about Stunna. Talking about Stunna, how she liked her and something about preferred bag, LOL. I like Stunna. And you know what really made me like Stunna? It didn't have nothing to do with Blueface. When she was on Baddies and she had to fight, it was Stunna versus everybody. And I met Stunna at the Baddies. No, I either met Stunna at a Baddies premiere or a Baddies. I never been to the reunion. I met Stunna at the Baddies premiere. She came with Jonathan. Remember Jonathan from Bad Boys? And she was beautiful. But I'm saying she's kind of like small. She's like a petite woman. And she was fighting Biggie. She was fighting. It was Stunna versus everybody. Didn't she fight? What was that girl who was on that plane? What was that girl's name? I forgot what the Baddies one. I forgot what her name was. But she was Stunna versus everybody. Okay, and she stood. She held her own. I just hate that she was isolated and couldn't really enjoy herself, and always had to wrap her hair up because Stunna girl got some real long hair. Her hair is long, and she had to keep wrapping her shit up so it wouldn't get pulled out. That's why you always see her with something, a rag on her head or a scarf on her head. Stunna was bad. Stunna was a true baddie, and that's what really made me really like Stunna, was really that. And then it's just an extension of that. So shout out to Stunna girl. But not when her boyfriend, she was dating, she was hanging out the window with her ratchet ass friends, and her boyfriend was coming up there with toolies and blickies and shit. That's how you got shot. Living this dangerous life. So, I don't agree with everything Stunna do, but to each his own. Like, right? Stunna girl was perfect for him. Yeah. Absolutely. And they, you know what? They complimented each other. They really did. Like, come on, y'all. Come on. Jaidyn, all them want money. Yeah. Yep. And Jaidyn's talking about Nevaeh's just using Blueface. No, I think she's doing what we all would do. I think she's doing what we all would do. Right? But we'll find out on Mad Day, because on Mad Day, everything comes out. Okay? And it's going to be a Mad Day. All right? She's only going to be able to take so much. Now, it may be while she's pregnant or after she has the baby, but it's mad day's going to come around the corner, okay? Nevaeh is definitely about to be the wild card after this baby. Yep. Yeah, something's gonna go on. It ain't just gonna be smooth sailing, okay? Don't let the smooth taste fool you, y'all. Keisha is not in love with Nevaeh at all. No, he's not. I mean, he loves her. He's not in love because if he was in love, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. He ain't in love with Jay. He ain't in love with none of them. He ain't in love with none of them. Because if he did, he would change his cheating ways and he would settle down. Just period. It don't matter your age, nigga. You about to be 30. You could be 24. We act like just because you 22 and 21, what that mean? I mean, we get it. We understand the lifestyle, but that don't mean you can't settle down. You can't do the right thing. Come on now. Come on now. Not only that I believe she has her tubes tied and she wants to have more kids. That's why he got Nevaeh pregnant now. Who got their tubes tied? Nevaeh isn't using him. See, some people believe that. I believe she truly loves Blueface, but it may turn into that. You just a trick, and I used you, of course. And then she's just bragging, y'all. It's tit for tat. She gotta brag. She gotta be like, yeah, my man. I'm about to go to Miami. My man's sending me money. She's taking jabs at hoes. That's what we do. Okay? That's what we do. You'll be doing the same thing. You think you'd be Silence of the Lambs sitting up here quiet, watching your man out with this hoe and this hoe and this hoe and this hoe? No. You would try to get your jockey for your position and let them hoes know. That's what you would do. That's what any normal woman would do. Now, some of us are quieter than others. Some of us are not so extroverted, so I get it. But just, speaking in general, you guys, speaking in general. Somebody says Nevaeh is a bum to me. Yep, they really did compliment each other. I'm just reading you guys' comment. Exactly, Blonay. It's only so much shitting on someone can take. Yeah, girl, it's gonna be messy. She's definitely not doing it for clout. I don't even think she's that smart. But you know what? I mean, she has a talent. But I do believe that on Mad Day, she's gonna get kicked out that damn house. She gonna get kicked out that damn house with that damn baby. You already look. Come on now. Look at his track record. Look at Blueface's track record. Now, I'm not saying he ain't gonna take care of his children or whatever, but look at his track record. He already told her while she was pregnant, if you're not back in 24 hours, y'all didn't see the clip? If you're not back in 24 hours, I'm kicking you out. Your stuff gonna be outside. Believe him. Because his ego can't handle it. You can't do to him what he's doing to you. Because why? He can't handle that. He can't handle that. He can dish it out, but he can't take it. Blue needs to send Nevaeh on a trip somewhere. She's annoying. Ooh, people think she's annoying. I think you were talking about Rolly. No, Razor. Remember Razor was on the plane? Remember it was Razor. Remember she fought Razor when they was on that plane? Yeah. Did she fight Rolly? I think she did. No, did she? Wasn't Rolly on her side? Or did she fight Rolly? She was fighting everybody but Chrisean. Ooh. Oh my God. I don't remember, but y'all remember now. I'm talking about Razor though. Remember they was on the jet, on the plane, private jet, and they fought? But Razor was drunk. Somebody said, wait a minute. Somebody said Mad Day. Wait a minute. Damn. Where is it? Oh, Mad Day will come and it won't be pretty. Yeah. Come on now, y'all. Y'all already know. Come on now. Oh, that's what I mean when I say she's going to be a wild card. Yep. Black Orchid. Who the F you cuss at? Ooh, no cuss words, y'all. I got to delete this because y'all doing too much with the cuss words now. You guys misspelled the cuss words now. Come on now. Somebody says, control yourself. All right, hold on. The more I look in the bed, she do look like King T.I.'s son. She does have those features. She does. But, I mean, I see why people are doing it because, you know, they take the negativity or they take your features or they take what can put you down and they use it against you. I mean, it's understandable. But she's actually beautiful. I do think Nevaeh is beautiful. And she's pregnant. So I don't expect her to have her hair done, nails done, everything did. But, you know, she has the natural look, and there's nothing wrong with it. Some girl, but girl, you be the girl. You look nah. You look nah. Sometimes you look a little haggardly, a little run down. But I can understand you pregnant because girl, sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you can't help it. So we're gonna leave her alone because she with child. She with child right now. Okay, it's up and it's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster ride, right? She brought Rolly also. Oh yeah, it was Razor. Oh, she did fight Rolly. She was fighting all them big hoes. You see that? They said Stunner up to get jumped on Zeus. Yep. That's what happened, y'all. All right, you guys, let's go. Thank you for telling people to misspell curse words. Let me see. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get on with this video. Hold on, y'all. Let me go. Let me see, guys. I think it was one more video I wanted to show y'all, but if not, let me see. Let me see if this is it. No, I didn't save it, y'all, because we already seen this. But ultimately, Blueface has been talking about he's not Junior's father, okay? And now we know a little bit about what went on behind closed doors as far as Lil Baby and all that. And at the end of the day, Blueface did try to make things work with Chrisean as far as getting her a place, okay? Because it never would have worked with him being a whole bag, okay? Let's just be honest. Like, it's not going to work, you know? It's not going to work, okay? But I wanted to ask you guys this question. Do you guys think that Chrisean is still sprung off Blueface? And you know what I mean by that? Would she drop everything? If Blueface were to call her right now and say, let's get back together, would she do it? And he was serious. Would she do it? If he wanted to even cook up for just another 72 hours, because I do not believe all that was just talking about, oh, he had the baby and he get in the shower. That don't even sound like Blueface. Why would he be in the shower with Chrisean Jr.? Why? That don't even sound right. She was making up shit, skipping over messages, only reading what was fitting her narrative. Girl, we were not fooled at all by anything that you did on that dancer project interview. Was one of the worst things that she could have done. That was one of the worst interviews that I've ever seen when it comes to Chrisean and this whole damn circus. Girl, you lost one with that. You lost one. As a matter of fact, let's bring this up so you guys can see, because I wanted to ask y'all, you think that Chrisean is still sprung off this man? Right? Let's see, you guys. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Hold on, you guys. All right, let me pull this up. Hold on, y'all. I think they're gone. It's giving trolling. What happened? All right, you guys, hold on. Let me bring this up. Let's go ahead and look at a clip from the interview that she recently did with the Dancer Project. And this is why I'm asking you guys this question, because I feel that she's still sprung off of this man. And it's not just by me just saying this and just wanting this to be true or whatever. It is because of what she says in this interview that makes me believe that. Now, these are her words, not mine. Let's go ahead and get into this, okay? Let me see. Is this it? Let's look at this. It may be this one. I think I have a few. Let's just look at this, okay? Hold on.
For no reason, I'm straight. If you ain't mutual, I was in prison. You chose to go stream instead of waiting at home for me. I don't know what this has to do with like anything. Like, he just doesn't make sense to me. I said, I'm not competing with your single lifestyle. If you want me back, that requires a different version of you. I'm not asking for perfection, but I need consistency, sobriety, and intentional behavior. Detox from the single mindset first. When your actions match what you are saying, then we could talk about us. First, I don't have to convince a grown man to convince himself till he loves me. Love isn't confusion, nightlife plus alcohol plus chaos. If you still want the streets, the drinks, the attention, and the single energy, that's your choice. But access to me is serious. You saying all these things. They say I do things to show you I F with you while you do nothing but complain and makes shit difficult for no reason. I'm straight. If you ain't mutual, I was in prison. You chose to go stream instead of waiting at home for me. I don't know what this has to do with like anything. Like, he just doesn't make sense to me. I said, I'm not competing with your single lifestyle. If you want me back, that requires a different version of you. I'm not asking for perfection, but I need consistency, sobriety, and intentional behavior. Detox from the single mindset first. When your actions match what you are saying, then we could talk about us. First, I don't have to convince a grown man to convince himself till he loves me. Love isn't confusion, nightlife plus alcohol plus chaos. If you still want the streets, the drinks, the attention, and the single energy, that's your choice. But access to me is serious. You saying all these things. They say I do things to show you I F with you while you do nothing but complain and makes shit difficult.
Hold on, you guys. Let me see. Let us go here. Hold on. Because it's not there. I'm going to have to go to the Danza Project, okay? Because that's not it. Hold on. I have to go to the whole interview and go from there. Hold on. Okay, let's do this. Let me make sure you guys can see this too as well. Okay, yeah.
Now he's delusional. He's been delusional. Shoot. You don't want to be with me, Chrisean. You have no enthusiasm.
Well, could we talk about the purpose?
Let's finish this because he said something else, and then I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah,
because this is what I think he wanted me to screenshot, but I didn't because it's like, why would you really talk? You just. So this is why. Okay, so I'm gonna read exactly why he disowned our kid. That was so sad though. Like, why would you do that, bro? Okay. And you don't trust me because I'm not risking nothing. I agree. Same thing. Glad with the vision. I'm moving with it. So he said, I'm only moving with intention. I said, bye-bye. Please, please, please. Mean what you say. But I said all this other stuff. Let's get to what he said. He said, you don't want to be with me, Chrisean. You have no enthusiasm or anything to see me. I'm done playing around. Just keep doing what you're doing. This was February 16th. So I said, I have enthusiasm. You just letting a demon make you believe the worst about me. He said, you don't F with me, gang. I ain't gonna force it. I said, your pride is the problem. You need to align yourself with your actions, not tell me or you want me while drunk out your mind and other people's faces. Like you say all these things. Then he said, I do things to show you I F with you while you do nothing but complain and makes shit difficult for no reason. I'm straight. If you ain't mutual, I was in prison. You chose to go stream instead of waiting at home for me. I don't know what this has to do with like anything. Like he just doesn't make sense to me. I said, I'm not competing with your single lifestyle. If you want me back, that requires a different version of you. I'm not asking for perfection, but I need consistency, sobriety, and intentional behavior. Detox from the single mindset first. When your actions match what you are saying, then we could talk about us. First, I don't have to convince a grown man to convince himself till he loves me. Love isn't confusion, nightlife plus alcohol plus chaos. If you still want the streets, the drinks, the attention, and the single energy, that's your choice. But access to me is serious. He said, you be hanging up on me all type of kid shit, bro. Like I'm over all that. If you don't want to be around me, make me feel good, I'm straight. Don't gotta come around me. I said, you are literally my whole heart. I give everything up to have you as our family day to day. He said, you literally mean to me, expect me to want to fix them or change. You don't know my love language. So then I start babying him. But then he said, all right, I'm gonna just move on with a new family and don't try to come stop me either. Had a chance to get your family back.
Oh man.
And you played. I said, Blue, stop talking to me like that, please. You already was doing what you was doing. Nobody was trying to stop you.
He's something else.
He delusional. Now he's delusional. He's been delusional. Shoot. But that's what it is. So then boom. That was like February. It's March. So I kept being consistent with that type of vibe. Oh, that's not my baby. Good. Shit. I'm glad you making it easier for me to stay consistent with myself and my son. Like trying to have you as his dad, knowing you his dad. And then it's like you over here saying I'm only gonna be his dad if I can have you. Yeah. Well, baby, you can't have neither one of us. It's okay. And then it's like, go ahead and embarrass yourself in front of the whole world.
That puts it in way better context. Now seeing what he said. Because it's like,
yeah, that's why he said
obviously you don't fuck with me, so fuck it.
No, because he booked
that's how he's out.
He booked the flight. I swear, he booked the flight. Y'all see it?
Don't show the number.
It's okay. You can book it. So there's no number. So I need him to know that these are receipts for her. He said, "What's up with you? You all right?" I put a broken heart because it's like, I'm going to be honest because I don't have the energy to pretend. A part of me does want us to start over, but I've been doing real work on myself. But start over can't mean accepting more pain. You feel me? And then I go in on what's going on for real. And then I ended with, you don't got to respond. Just delete my number, cancel the flight. I'm not coming. He said, okay, cool. I was kind of nervous about it anyway. Doesn't feel genuine anyway. I'm good now. Need nothing to fuck up the emotion. Appreciate you communicating instead of showing up and being a problem. I said, stop texting, LOL. Like he's just.
Yeah.
But this is receipts. I'm not making none of this up.
Nah.
Like these are messages that's real. Like
it's just real muddy water. I recognize some of the manipulation, having been in
relationships myself. You want to see the number to make sure it's him?
I believe you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I know that internet shit is out there, but I believe you.
Like even with NLA Chopper or Blueface and Ryan, I was handling them like directly. Yeah. I wasn't going to the internet. Straight up, I was being a grown woman.
Let me ask you this: the people are in your corner because you do have a.
Girl, I know you don't think we're gonna believe that. And when he was communicating with her, it wasn't on no he wanna F shit. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to see Junior. And then she acts like she didn't threaten his life. She acts like she didn't say she wanted to pow him in the face. She acts like she didn't say, I can't wait for me and my son to visit your grave. She acts like she didn't say, I wish you were in jail. She acts like she didn't do or say any of this. And that's what makes this insane to me, y'all. Okay? Also, at one point, she calls him a narcissist. She doesn't even know how to say the word narcissist correctly. All right? And I'm like, what? Did I play that part where she calls him a narcissist? Hold on. Let me see if it's here. Hold on, y'all.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Actually, like when you say you want him to love the same God, but you know him, can you actually even see him accepting that same God ever?
I feel like he accepted Jesus as his Lord and Savior. Let me see. You speaking on me? Okay, that's why you click fight and comment.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so this is when like he start getting like start reaching out like really hard. Like, so I'm thinking it's about the kid for real. Like, but then it's like you talk about the kid, so I'm like, all right, let's talk about this then. All right. Oh, how's Sonny doing? Da, 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 shows the baby, da, da, da. And then he goes, then I'm like, okay, since we're on the subject, why you say those things on Twitch? Why you say those things? Like, what are you talking about? Can you just like be a standout guy? Like, come on, bro, come around. Like not come physically around, but like make it come around. Like,
yeah, like make it make sense.
You going through.
Yeah, like come around. Like, I don't know. Yeah, come out the grave. Like you doing like you just whatever.
Surrender.
So he said, all right, Chrisean, your son will suffer because you're selfish. I won't contest stupidity. You got it, big dog. Because every time I kept putting my foot down, he kept making it about, no, bro, like, you don't really want to be with him. Like, it's, okay, let's talk. Where's the text message? So we hang out. Amen. Keep working on yourself. Can't be good for anyone else till you good for yourself. I'm here for you guys. Always know that. Narcissist. Things that go in the Bible aren't meant to guide us in real life. A lot of sex went on outside of marriage. Out the grave. Like you doing like you just whatever.
Surrender.
So he said, all right, Chrisean, your son will suffer because you're selfish. I won't contest stupidity. You got it, big dog. Because every time I kept putting my foot down, he kept making it about, no, bro, like, you don't really want to be with him. Like, it's, okay, let's talk. Where's the text message? So we hang out. Amen. Keep working on yourself. Can't be good for anyone else till you good for yourself. I'm here for you guys. Always know that. Narcissist.
Girl, you should know that word like the back of your She all talking about narcissist. Chrisean, you are up here. You don't even know how to say the word narcissist. That's because you are narcissish. You do narcissistic things. right? You're more than that. And I wish your sisters would quit playing with us and tell us exactly what you have, because they need to clear the air and make it a better place for you and for me and the whole entire human race, because y'all are playing mind games at this point. This whole interview was a sad and sadistic mind game, okay? And then she wants to make sure that she showed her phone. It was so important for her, just out of the blue. You ain't been with Blue, and you wanted to come do a whole interview at the same time that Blueface was at his fight. You wanted to be in the same place. You came all the way to Miami. These people did not ask you to come to Miami. You asked yourself to come to Miami so that you could be in the same place as Blue. And then you went online and tried to steal the shine from him. This only got 133K, which is more than I ever did. But when it comes to the real, you know what I'm saying, the big dogs, these people that are playing that have way more followers than me, that's really nothing. And you didn't accomplish what you set out to do, because you didn't steal the shine from Blueface, because he lost the damn fight, fell out the damn ring, and that's all we can talk about. The fact that he did not respond to you, he didn't blink an eye, he didn't fart your way, he didn't crip walk your way, he paid you dust. Nobody responded to it. Nobody responded except for us. Except for us. Not the people that you wanted to respond to it. They left you dead in the water, and you had to eat that. What you wanted was Blueface to respond to you, and if he would have, that would have put legs on what you said. That would have added to this and caused it to probably go viral, because I mean, we paid attention for a minute. Now nobody's talking about it. And she was willing to show her phone with the numbers and all. Girl, how desperate can you be? You look like Desperado, okay? I mean, Coyote Ugly. And if you guys have seen that movie, you kind of know what I mean. It's not literal, y'all. All right? I don't know. I mean, just Hunger Games. No, internet game. Okay? And I feel like Chrisean Rock is still stuck on stupid. It's only the rejection that made her leave Blueface alone. In those text messages, if you guys cannot see that he is rejecting her in this series of texts, he is not talking to her like he want to hook up with her, but that's what she wants us to think. But she don't know that we're smarter than the average bear girl. We are smarter than a fifth grader. Okay, I got a smart bunch of people over here, and we're not buying it. And I don't know why you would think that we would buy it. It was only because this man rejected you that you decided that you weren't going to be with him, because it wasn't your decision. Because if it was left up to you, you would have still been with him. Now, in a part of this interview, she says that she would give up anything. She would give up everything to be with Blueface. Okay? This is what she says in one of the excerpts of this. Let me see if I can get that for y'all, because this is the only thing that made her leave Blueface alone, in my opinion. Okay? Y'all are going to have to stop drinking the Kool-Aid, okay, that she's serving, because the shit is dastardly, straight up. Now, we just done, he has denied your son. Denied. Right? And you want to know, I think it was time for him to get it off his conscience. It was fucking with his conscience. And he didn't want to carry that burden no more, because he knew that he was only sticking to that script because he benefited from it. And it was like beating a dead horse. Like, it's done. Let go of it. But the fact that, let me see, hold on. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. Girl, that man rejected you. He been through with you. Okay? He's been through with you. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I have it. Do I have it? Let me see. No, I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. We're not going to go back through that. But you guys remember when she said that she would give up anything, right? Did we watch this already? Let's see, y'all.
November 29th. All right. We just talking shit. And I'm trying to apologize to him. But also, because he heard about me leaving him while he in jail. But it's like, bro, you was doing you. So I had to, what? Okay. I don't know what's going on. But it's like, I can't be stupid. Or play stupid or act stupid anymore, for real. Like,
you have to live your own life.
Yeah. So I said, no, because I used to play dumb. And then I started looking dumb, and people really thought I was dumb. I don't think I really like that. Like, I don't really think I like that. Yeah. It ruined my reputation. It messed up business. People that try to inquire me for business as big names. Yeah. To this day, they low-key couldn't work with me because of the situation I was in.
Or they try to lowball you now.
Yeah. So I said, I want you to know I'm growing every day. I'm focused on becoming a better person for myself, for our child, and even the way I show up for people connected to me. Because Jesus has been changing me, guiding me, and that's why the music I make now looks different. November 29th. All right. We just talking shit. And I'm trying to apologize to him. But also, because he heard about.
Yeah, y'all, I can't find that clip. It's not really that important, but you guys can watch the video. And in part of the video, she says, I will give up anything to be with you. I would give up everything to come and be with you. Okay. And that for me sealed the deal. Okay. Not that I already didn't know that, right? You said November 29th was around the time she started surfing, aka when Blue and Nevaeh went to the beach and posted it. Yeah. Most of those messages she was reading was old, and the ones that were even current was him reaching out because he did want to see Chrisean Jr. But when she closed the door on that, and it was only a package deal, he was done. He was done with it. I mean, it's just that simple, right? It's just that simple. But ultimately, like I said, when she got rejected by Blueface, I knew it was over. And what am I talking about? Remember when they spent 72 hours together, right? I'm not even going to lie. I thought he was going to move her back in. They were going to be together. That, he was with Junior. But it didn't turn out that way. And this is how I knew that it was over. Okay. I knew when a man doesn't want you, you can tell. You can tell. You guys check this out.
Call me her baby. I've been out of Lamborghinis. Shit, I feel like him.
To be honest, you can come right in after the Lamborghini part. Like, hear it out.
I'm trying to get these racks up. I want to end up. Bitch call me her baby. I've been out of Lamborghinis. I've been on my shit, I feel like him.
To be honest, you can come right in after the Lamborghini part. Like, hear it out.
My bitch call me her baby. I've been out of Lamborghinis. I've been on my shit, I feel like him.
To be honest, you can come right in after the
I was trying to catch it. Hold on.
Like, hear it out.
Watch. Look. She knew it. She knew it. You see the caption. He is not effing with her like that. You could just tell. You could just tell. And she knew it. She knew it. Look at her face. Rejection. Nobody likes rejection. I'm not making fun of her. But she always try to act like everything is all right, and we just supposed to believe everything that come out her mouth. So it's not a personal attack. I'm just making an observation, you guys. And I didn't make this up, this clip. Rejection. Right. Secondhand embarrassment for her. Yes. Yes. Y'all see it? And I mean, I don't know. That's just how I feel. He finally made that decision. And, Chrisean is walking around here because I just feel like she made it she made it just either the baby in her or nothing, and she shouldn't have did that, because that's very, very detrimental and very hurtful for Junior, because even if that wasn't his real father, I feel like Blueface still would have stepped up and did something for Junior. I really do. I feel like his family, Carlissa included, you guys know they would have. You know they wouldn't have rejected Junior. Now, one thing they would have did, because Carlissa would have took Junior to the doctor. That's the reason why I wish that she would either be bendable. She is just, you just can't work with her. It's either her way or no way. And that's the reason why she has so many burned bridges. When you think about it, she is not with anybody she originally started out with. She's not with anybody who she met along the way. Okay? She punked her way out of the Streamers University. She punked her way out of her best friends. And all her housemates she has fell out with, Zio, Jay, Marsh, where are they? Her sisters, when she first came on the scene with a gangster lean, it was her and Taseki and Ronnie. Where's Ronnie? Not here. Unalive. Rest in peace to Ronnie. Justice for Ronnie. Taseki's gone. She done fell out with Taseki. She done fell out with Tareen. She had the whole Baltimore Police Department bust down, kicking the door, waving the fofo. Okay? She falls out with everybody. She burns every bridge. That means it's irreparable. It's not like she walks away. No, she burns the bitch down. She severs ties. And if it's the same person and different people, 9 times out of 10, you're the fucking problem, lady. I'm just pointing out the obvious and speaking the truth. And if the shoe fits, what can I do? What can I do? And she knows this. She's miserable. How do we know she's miserable? Because our sister tells us. The flies on the wall come back and tell us. What did Chastity say? Chastity was like, Chrisean is miserable. Misery loves company, but she can't seem to keep any company around. And what am I coming around to? She takes it out. We feel, the people who are #SaveJunior feel like she takes it out on Junior. Even if we're wrong, y'all, we know something ain't right. And by her coming on that interview and saying, there's nothing wrong with my son, there's no disability, God told me so. Jesus tapped me on the shoulder himself, and he told me, and I'm going to go by what God, girl, that's a demon. Bitch, come here home. That was not nothing godly. Are you insane? That was a demon. You know, Satan is the master deceiver, right? They deceived you. They acted like it was God. It's not. Girl, when's the last time you prayed for discernment? When's the last time you really put your child first? When is the last time you did the right thing? Crickets, that's what we thought. Girl, that wasn't God. Okay? Don't you come around here telling us that Jesus tapped you on the shoulder and told you don't listen to no doctors. Yet you took your rabbit ass up to the doctor and got a colonoscopy, was telling us all the medical advice in the world, and was listening to it. You got us fucked up. You got me fucked up. Okay? You got shit twisted, bitch. You ain't the truth and your raps ain't real. And you think we gonna eat, you think we're gonna drink the Kool-Aid? We're not. We ain't drinking the Kool-Aid, sister. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel, y'all. That's just how I feel. Let me see what y'all are saying. Praying for Junior. Exactly. Never. Blue put Chrisean on. She'll be walking around with that backpack and cleats on Taseki wouldn't go on the baddies either, and they both broke piggyback off Blueface. Just crazy, y'all. If she's starting to get junior medical care, I would believe she's truly changing with God-centered. Yeah. But till she does right by her son, she will never be anointed. Yeah, that's what we're waiting on, y'all. That's what we are waiting on. But there is a barrier, y'all. She needs help. That's the problem. She needs help. She couldn't do the right thing if she wanted to because something is mentally OFF upstairs. That's it. You feel me? Cleeks and a backpack. Exactly. What's up, Abdi BB? She said she hadn't slept with Ronnie since high school. Then later she said she was sleeping with him, that she wasn't worried about Blue because she was sleeping with her ex. Yep. But her fans never called her out, right? She is crazy. She has 5 different alters. Back at Shepherd Pratt, mental institution ASAP. We all know that she was there, right? You got me and Blonay effed up. Yep, you got us effed up, girl. You got us effed up. And that's all I got to say, because basically Chrisean is walking around here right now today looking like a poster child for Blueface, okay? She is tatted from asshole to appetite and toe up from the floor up when it comes to them tattoos, all right? Stop playing with us, because to this day, she said that she would give up everything to be with that man. But she wants us to believe that everything else that she has said, girl. First of all, we've been there, done that, right? And a lot of us have went back and we don't even know why. A lot of us have went back to people that we should have never went back with. And if you ask me today, girl, why'd you go back? Bitch, I don't know. I don't know. I still don't have an answer for you. I ask myself that every fucking day. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Right? And we don't even know why. And it's because we weren't woke. We weren't in our woke phase. And she's still not woke. Once you get woke, the conversation is different. The conversation will be different. Your presence will be different. Your mindset will be different. The way you look at things will be different. The way you process things will be different. The way you feel about yourself will be different. And it will all be evident for others to see, right? Other people will be able to see it and feel it. Ask anybody. Ask anybody in this chat that's in their woke phase and not dick dumb anymore, okay? They're not dickmatized anymore. But after that, when they finally embrace themselves and realize that being with this person is a dead end, ask them. Ask them why they were with that person. You know what the 3 words that they're going to say that I say every fucking day? I don't know. Right? For the life of me, I can't tell you why I went back to so many deadbeats, so many men that didn't respect me or love me. Right? And then she brings up the fact that you can't keep living the single life and being out here drinking and whatever and girl and punk, like he been doing that since day one. He never stopped. Right? But you excuse his behavior because it fit your narrative, because you wanted to be Blueface's bottom bitch. That's what you wanted. But now, since you have officially been rejected, now you want to flip the script and turn it on him. Girl, he's been a bad choice. He's been a bad choice. He's been bad news. And you was right along with him. Now you want to separate yourself from that behavior. That's hogwash. Okay? You ain't gonna have me nor any of my supporters, anybody in my chat in Africa somewhere in the middle of the jungle laid out because we done drank your damn Kool-Aid. And then you're gonna take the coward way out because you Mrs. Jim Jones. Okay? And probably end up pow yourself instead of taking accountability. We pass. We're gonna pass on that. Okay? Your plan sucks. All right? Your plan sucks. And yet, the only words that come out of your mouth is Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. That sounds like a false prophet to me, y'all. Y'all better watch them. Y'all better watch them false prophets. They will present themselves with perfect lashes and lace fronts, but underneath, it's a horror flick. It's a horror flick, okay? And you can cast yourself in that movie if you want to. I'm good. I'm good. I won't even be sitting there. I'll be an audience, okay? I'll be an audience watching y'all with some popcorn, a shot of Hennessy, and roll up some good and fuck what you talking about. Okay? And Jaidyn, hold up. Jaidyn, we're gonna need for you to come, girl. You are not excused from this conversation. Nah, they trying to paint you out to be all perfect. You've come a long way, girl. And kudos to you, bitch. We're cheering for you. Thumbs up, but come, because you done showed your ass too. Come to the front of the congregation, please. Come on. You're going to have to come to the front of the congregation, girl, because you are not excused from this conversation. No, come to the front of the class. We got to call Jaidyn out. Nah, Jaidyn, you need a wake-up call. You need to smell the coffee, sis. Okay? And you know what? The only thing I want her to do is stop being so public with her submissiveness, her complacency, her going along with Blueface's program without throwing a monkey wrench in that bitch. Every now and then. That's all I'm saying. Don't be a problem. Be the solution. I get it. But every now and then, you got to throw a monkey wrench in that program, girl. I'm going to send you a toolbox, okay? Because you need to be throwing that monkey wrench in this program ever so often. We have to understand that Jaidyn has 2 children by Blueface, right? And that them being together is inevitable. I get it. And by that, I don't mean actually sexually, okay? But physically. You know what I'm saying? And being there with the children is really allowing him to come over and be with his kids, which actually means he's in her presence as well, right? Let me take this down. Because look, this can't be enough, y'all. Okay? The big dick and bubblegum, that's not enough. Okay? Few real niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really step, but it ain't enough. Okay? We can't do this. Big dick and bubblegum. It's not enough. All right? That's all I want to say. It's not enough, girl. And you know, when they are in each other's presence, I know it stirs up feelings, it stirs up emotions, because we have to understand that they were high school sweethearts. Okay? Let's get to the getting. All right? Let's get to the getting, because I want to pull this up for y'all. Because Jaidyn, nah, girl, do you remember? We're going to have to refresh your memory, because you took you was take me through there, take me through there, take me through there, take me through there. You was taking us through there, okay? Hold up, y'all, because I'm gonna pull this up just to refresh your memory, okay? Miss Goody Two Shoes, my ass, because girl, we wanted to take you outside and fight you. I don't know what y'all talking about. Let me see if y'all remember this. Cause she ain't Miss Perfect Fancy Pants her damn self. Nah, you ain't gonna do it, girl. No. Mm-mm. Hold on, y'all. Let me bring this up for you guys. We not gonna do that now. We not gonna do that. Everybody can get it around here. Y'all be, oh, you don't like Chrisean. When you go, we get ready going on Jay, we don't like her either. Now what? Now what you gonna say? And I don't mean that literally, but what I'm about to show you, girl, we did not like you. Girl, we did not like you at all. Girl, we thought you was a whole hot mess. And you was. Don't be mad at us. Don't be mad at us. Now, I'm getting ready to take you guys back to the Jaidyn and Blueface fiasco because it wasn't a good idea for them to get back together. Now, co-parenting, I'm all for it. Okay, whatever happens in the bedroom, I don't give a fuck. Okay, because like I told you, if my first love came to the door right now, we fucking. We is fucking. He can come knock on that door right motherfucking now, and we gonna fuck. All right. I'm just trying to get a point across, y'all. Don't take me seriously. Or do you want to take me seriously? Now, let me go ahead and get to this. Now, during this time, this Blueface and Jaidyn fiasco, which was terrible, it was a terrible idea. Horrible. I always said that the blue couch was Journey's babysitter, and it was, because every time we seen them, Journey was on that damn blue couch, and I called that blue couch her babysitter. It was her official babysitter. Okay, she even fell off of it one time, once or twice. All right, and I know y'all don't remember. I'm gonna take y'all back. Don't trip. Don't trip, y'all. Don't trip. I got you. Hold on, y'all. Let's take it there. Let's take it there. And let's look at the blue couch clip. And I'm not even gonna tell you, is this the person that y'all talking about passed away? Please tell me. Is this the person that y'all talking about? Because this is the picture that was going around. I didn't mean to change the subject, but since I'm scrolling, and that was the question of the night, like, is this who y'all talking about? Hold on, y'all. Okay, so let's get to it. Now, this is let me not go off track because I'll be talking about everything. All right, you guys, hold on. Let's get to what I want to get to. All right. Another one, a second story of Blueface traumatizing children in a desperate bid for relevancy and attention. We're not the only ones talking about this, guys. We're not the only ones that are thinking this. Okay, this is a concerted effort. All right, this is common sense. This is the human psychology that we're looking at. All right, so I want you guys to take a look at this and tell me if this doesn't refresh your damn memory. You had it all together. We can shift attention real quick, right? But the thing about it is nobody is in dire straits like Chrisean Jr. And that's what it's all about. Y'all always think it's about Chrisean. Marsha. Fuck Marsha. We can't talk about Junior without talking about Chrisean. If we could leave her out of this whole conversation, I promise you we would. Okay? Because going forward, we're going to have to leave Blueface out of the conversation when we're talking about Junior. Because he's irrelevant now. Unless he throws on his cape and comes to save the day, Blueface is no longer a topic when I'm talking about Junior. I mean, he may come up from time to time, but the focus will never be on Blueface again. All right? That's water under the bridge. It's going to be past. And as time passes, it's going to be more and more irrelevant. But for now, let's get to this because I want you guys to see this. All right? Hold on. Let's go. Oh, wait. I got to stop it. I got to make the sound.
Y'all sit right here while I go fondle with these young women for a little bit, all right? You in charge. You second in charge, all right? All right. All right.
Dysfunction. Yeah, that was terrible. And like I said, he's used his children before. He will use whoever. Okay? Blueface is not perfect, y'all. He be out here wilding out. He be out here acting just, he uses his children, he uses Jaidyn, he uses anybody. All right? I'm starting to think something wrong with him upstairs. Yeah. I'm starting to think there's something wrong with him upstairs. I thought that was a cousin, but was he in the pic with Chastity as a family friend? I don't know, y'all. Definitely. It's all about Save Jr. He said, what job Jaidyn Chrisean got? Hashtag Save Jr., you guys. So you guys saw that video. Let me show you another one. I'm not done. Look at Journey. It's not really look at Journey. I mean, this is normal. But what's not normal is what Blueface just said to his own child. Okay? 2 children. This ain't even his child up here. Why I go fondle with these women. Oh, God. Let's look at the next one. Next.
Janet.
Hey, she's right here.
Janet, tell him Michael wants to see him dance.
Okay. Push.
There we go. Get the baby. Get my baby hairs right.
You good?
Yeah.
I already did that, babe. Come on now.
He wants a lap dog. He wants you just to give your moral. He wants you to give everything and just be a whole, ass, like just to be, man. He know he ain't right. Ladies, please don't be like this. And I understand we all have probably been down that road, but this ain't that. This is not the right way. Just because we've all been there, it don't make it right. This is not right. Okay? This is not right. I'm just showing y'all. And she's drunk. There's strippers' asses in the back with the kids to the side. You understand that there's kids, strippers, and Jaidyn and Blueface. You understand that, right? You get it, right? That's not good. Why would you want to have naked women stripping and normalize that in front of a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old, however old them kids? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. This is not good. I just want to bring this back to your memory. That's why Jaidyn is in front of the congregation right now. You're not getting out of this conversation either. We're going to drag you too. We are equal opportunity draggers. Okay? Because best believe somebody dragged us when we did this and got out, whether it was our mama, our daddy, our friends, the internet, whatever. Somebody dragged the fuck out of us. Okay? You're not getting out of this conversation, Jaidyn. I know you've come a long way, and we love when you cook. We love your TikTok videos. We love how you stepped up your game. I give you an A. All right? I really do. You're starting to go back when you're about to get a B-. If you keep going on that live Twitch stream with this nut and compromising yourself. You're too complacent. You're too submissive. You go along with anything, and y'all still effing. So he's still dicking you down. You're still dick dumb. That's 3 strikes, girl. That's why you're in front of the congregation right now, because we ain't forgot. One more. Let's go for one more. Because what the fuck? You don't get no accolades, girl. You ain't getting no gold stars, girl. Okay? We may hype you up later once we get out of here, but we want you to remember. We don't never want to see you do this again. And this is the reason why Pink Face is running around here, can't make no friends at the playground, because y'all letting her run around and act grown. Now she walk around with the gas face, mean mugging everybody, demanding everybody, acting grown instead of acting like a child. And she's talking to the children like she's grown. Mimicking her mother, mimicking the behavior that she sees around her. And it's not good, because when y'all are not around and she's acting like this is what makes her sort of like to be, I don't know if it's ostracized or left out, or I don't know what the word is called. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I was a preschool teacher, so don't cover. I know exactly how children like that are treated, not only by the teacher, but by other students. So don't come for me. I earned a whole degree in child development. I studied this. I did over 300 hours of observation. That means working in a preschool for free, observing children literally and writing it down. So don't come for me. I had to look at how they reacted with children, their eye-hand coordination, their motor skills, their social skills. Don't come for me. Now, I'm not no expert, okay? But I know some things about some things. When you sit up for 300 hours per plus for free and study children's movements and actions and behaviors and progress and do IEPs for freaking 6 months, you learn a few things. That's all I'm saying. And what's going to happen is, or possibly could happen, because I don't want to put this on nobody, but I'm just telling you, the way they're treated by the teacher and the way they're treated by other children. Now, you don't want Journey to only be liked because she's pretty. That's how you get pretty, bitter children. Right? That's all I'm saying. When you guys are not around to, fodder with her and be there with her so that she can bounce her energy off you, she has to bounce that energy off of whoever's in the classroom. And most of them kids ain't grown. And the kids are not going to be, oh, she just because she's pretty. No, they're not going to even be on that level. Now, when she gets older, maybe, but at the age she's at now, you think they're going to be, I'm going to be her friend because she's pretty. And they're 4 years old. Come on now. And I'm just saying that sets the tone, because she's going to be liked because she's pretty. But is that enough? Is that what you want to be only liked for, because you're pretty? You understand? So let's move on to the next one, because I saw this clip of her playing in the playground and Blueface thought it was funny. You did this to your son. Please don't do it to your daughter, because it's going to be harder for a little girl than it is for a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on to the next one.
Casual day. Casual day with Jay Nasty. Son, come here. There's booty cheeks out here. You in here looking for chips and Slim Jims and shit. You ain't gay, is you? Huh? Are you gay? You ain't gay, right? My man. My dog. My young. Yeah. All right.
That's a damn shame. Did I refresh your memory? Thank you. You're welcome. You're fucking welcome. Jaidyn, you're trash. For what that's trash. That's trash. And now y'all letting Pink Face run around here thinking it's cute because she's cussing. You guys are setting her up for failure. Because you know what? Punks jump up to get beat down. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And you do not want those school children. Were you guys ever kids? Like, kids are the most vicious, meanest, cruelest people, little people that have ever walked this earth. Now, I don't think she's gonna be with a whole bunch of black kids, but I grew up around a whole bunch of white kids, and I can tell you it's a little different dynamic, but it's the same evilness. Okay? The fuck? I don't know. I just had to bring y'all back. I had to bring y'all back down, you know what I'm saying? And refresh your memory that Jaidyn does not escape this conversation. That's very true. My father used to always say beauty fades and dumb is forever. So go to school. Yeah. Somebody says you're right, because you can be pretty, but if your attitude is ugly, it makes you ugly. Yep. It's just like there can be a not too good looking person with a beautiful personality, and that makes that person beautiful. Yeah. Exactly. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I'm not wishing any harshness on. I seen her on that playground. I could see it. The little girl running from her. Now, it may just have been the temperament of the children that she was approaching, but she was like, I want her to be my friend, girl. And her face was all screwed up. She was looking all mean, acting like everybody mama. You can't do, girl. Soften it, girl. Back. And they're just setting her up to make it harder. That's all. Right? What do you say? You seen a video with Pink Face and Bali Deshay's sister? Yep. She was a mess. Yep. I mean, you don't want to do that. I don't want Journey to have that, that difficulty. Look how precious Journey is. She always seemed like she's mad about something. She's always cussing and yelling. That's not what a little girl is supposed to be. That's a baby. That is a baby. She's a baby. I think she's in preschool. And I don't mean a literal baby, but you're under 5 years old. That's a baby. And you're already shaping her personality to be like this. All she's going to be able to lean on is she's pretty. That's not enough. This ain't even 2000. This is 2026. Like, it's getting tougher out here. I don't know, y'all. That's just how I see it. So I don't like the way he treats his son. Yeah, you don't want me to pull up when he used to cut his hair. It was just horrible. Horrible. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, y'all. So, I mean, that's all I got. I'm glad we got through this live. I'm glad I was able to stand and deliver, because I hate that it went out on us and we weren't able to finish. But that's all I got. Nobody never dressed the head honcho. Lemmy Plummer, it's the bigger fish to free. Yeah. He was hungry. You said Nevaeh teaches her son to cuss. I could never. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's just the way it is. I don't know. But it's not a good look. Right? I'm just like, what? You said no disrespect, but you sound like you're of age. So why are you keeping them in the limelight if you're so offended? I'm not offended. We're just having a conversation. What do you mean? Why I'm offended? I'm not offended. We're just having a conversation. It's not about being offended or not. This is content. We're having a live chat, and I tell you the title. I let you know what we're going to talk about, and we talk about it. I've been talking about the circus for a while now, and I'm not offended. If I was offended, I wouldn't be talking about it. But thank you for your comment. Let me see. You said what? And not to mention her famous clown dad. Absolutely, yes, yeah. They called CPS on them that day too. Exactly. My mom used to say the same thing too. So pick up a book. I'm like, what? That is crazy. Oh God. What's the vibe? Thank you, but you gotta go, girl, because you killing the vibe. Like well, who cares? Why are you here? Why do you care? You want to come in here and just poke at me? Well, why do you care? Well, why are you offended? Well, why are you here? We'll fix all that. You ain't got to worry about offended. If I care, bye. See you later. Poor Journey is going to have to face her mother being on that horrible dating show. Oh my God, that is crazy. Somebody said LOL and honest too. Exactly. Somebody said it's a shame they are getting paid to be part of something without morals and values. She is so cute. Yeah, she's 4. Okay, yeah, that's a baby, y'all. That is a baby. You said the daughter is in the hitting phase. Yeah. She just was, oh, Journey is 3, about to be 4. I don't know. Someone said no parent is perfect. They need to keep kids off the internet. I know, y'all. Somebody said we pissed. Remember when she drove? Yep, that golf cart out. Yep, I do. I remember. She's so sweet. Exactly. Caring what we're doing. I know. Bye. People are so weird. Like, if this is not your vibe, excuse yourself. That it's just like misery loves company, you guys. You just got to address it and move on. You got to brush it off, brush your shoulders off. You know what I'm saying? You got to shake it off. You said what? She doesn't need to be on camera like they have her. I know. I don't get it. And now their son has her son have a complete about or a complex about being gay exactly actually trash. Jonathan, come on. It is crazy, y'all. That's just crazy to me. All right, you guys, we are out of here. Thank you guys for joining for this live. I will be back with another live. Make sure you turn on your notifications, subscribe to my channel. If you want to make it official, go ahead and grab a membership. Become a member of the Bloné Society. I would love to have you. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe to my channel. We are on the road to 15K. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this live conversation. I love all your perspectives. You guys hype me up in the chat. And I love it. You guys kept me company. Thank you for letting a sister roll. Okay, let me see. I'm going to go through my roll call, you guys. And you can support this channel at Cash App, Bloné LA on Cash App. Subscribe to the Bloné Media, join the Bloné Society, and become a member to show your support. Remember, you guys, this is a reaction and commentary live channel. This is strictly my opinion and POV on the latest social media buzz, all right? I just take something and I take a bit of it and I twist it and extend that conversation on something that's already online. Okay, I don't pull this out of my ass. I don't pick on people. If you keep doing dumb shit, you keep doing stuff that goes in, feeds the algorithm and goes viral, we're going to talk about it. Okay, if it just so happens to be the same person, what the do you want us to do about it? Okay, I want you guys to remember we have to keep this YouTube friendly. No bad words, stay on topic. No content creators in the chat. No pow emoji, no links, no soliciting, no promo, no blatant racism, and misspell all inappropriate words, you guys, okay? Because AI picks that stuff up. So not only do I have to watch what I say, certain words. Now, cussing is more of a moral thing, and they allow cussing, okay? They allow some form of cussing. So it's not necessarily when I'm saying these certain curse words, but it would be better without it. But when you write them in the chat, AI will pick that up. They pick up certain words, okay? And it's no bueno, okay? So that's why we ask you guys to do that, okay? The AI will pick that up. Let's see. My goal is to grow my channel, not to sink it. So if you're not with me, you're against me. Positive vibes only. So let's go ahead and get the roll call. All right. Let me see, guys. Carlissa nearly lost her whole arm trying to grab that golf cart. I know. All right, you guys. What is that? Boko Maru, thank you so much for joining. Allie, thank you for joining. Our opinion. Thank you, Natasha Holiday. Gina, so you guys get it. You guys get it. That's Bombshell News. Thank you so much for tapping in. Jesse from the NAP. Always a pleasure. Child of the Most High. Welcome, welcome. Loretta Gibbons in the building. Shout out to Queen Tay. Shout out to Cadaver Dog. Good to see you, Cadaver Dog. Thank you for the love, Queen Tay. I take behavioral issues over health ones. Yeah, that's a good point. That's definitely a good point. Yes. Let me see who else is in the building. Let's see, you guys. Hold on. And if I miss you, I do apologize, you guys. Nicole Marie, blank you too. Miss Lolly, thank you. Shout out to you. Let me see who else. GG77, thank you. Always a pleasure, love. That one chick from the Shy. Good to see you back. I haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for making your way back to this channel. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me see who else is in the building that I haven't shouted out yet. Let's see, y'all. Let's go a little bit up. Jezebel, thank you, love. Shout out to Missy, Miss Lolly. Am I saying the same ones? Yeah, I am. Let me get up to here. God's Chosen One. Shout out to you. Shout out to Allie, Loretta. What is this? Black Orchid, 17. Thank you. Shout out to my mods and my members. You guys are doing an awesome job. Thank you for always having my back and showing up and showing out and keeping the haters in line, okay? Abdi Bibi, good to see you again. Thank you guys so much. I think that's it. If I missed you guys, I will catch you guys on the next one. Magical Moon Goddess, thank you so much, love, for tapping in. Let's see. Crew of Bridge, welcome. Aisha Bolden, Dina Barnes, welcome, you guys. And thank you so much for tapping in, guys. All right, so I'm out of here. I will be back on another live, you guys. Let me see. Let me make sure. All right, I'll be back. Dear Lady, thank you. And Princess Love, thank you, girl. Thank y'all. I will be back, you guys, with another live video. All right. Is there anybody else in the building that I need to shout out? You guys make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, okay? So you don't miss any of my live videos. And I will see you guys on the next live, okay? Until next time, America.